Hey, I'm Misbehaving, and the name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. And hey, even celebrities are real people too. Hey, y'all, I know people were waiting for me last night to go live at 9 o'clock, but y'all know I'm over the age of 50. And baby, I was tired. I was asleep. Baby, I didn't wake up until this morning. I thought I would just rest my eyes for 15 minutes, and that 15 minutes turned into all night. But anyway, we are going to get it popping. We may have a guest up on the panel tonight. Her name is Real Talk with Lady D. And to all the trolls and the haters, baby, if you want me to read and highlight your comment, I need you to go ahead. And what you're going to have to do, baby, I know you don't want to do it because you think I'm finna sit up here and waste my time. Baby, you better hit this cash app and send that $5. And I can guarantee you, even if your comment is negative, baby, I highlight and read it. But the only thing that's getting read or highlighted for free are the positive comments. Because, baby, I'm beefing for dollars. But y'all not gonna distract me and throw me off course. uh cuz uh I got to get some things off my chest. But anyway, so this man right here, this is the Carlos King, the king of reality TV. Now see, once upon a time there was a man named Martell Hope, and there was a woman named Melody Cherie Hope, who now goes by the name of Melody Cherie Rogers. They both came together and pitched a show idea about building homes called Hope and Hope. No, what was it? No Holds Barred. That's what it is. No Holds Barred. They came to Carlos King with this idea, and so we all know Carlos can be messy, but Carlos has been that way for years. Real Housewives of Atlanta has been on for 15 years. And before that, you had Real Housewives of New York City, you had Real Housewives of Orange County, and Real Housewives of Atlanta was the third franchise, the third install after Real Housewives of OC, Real Housewives of New York, and then third in line, they say third time is the charm, and they hit it right out the park. And I am so sorry that I am only learning as of last week that Real Housewives of Atlanta is was created, and she is an executive producer, and her name is Miss Princess. Miss Princess, you need your flowers. Thank you. Miss Princess, you paved the way. You walked so Miss Mariah Huck could run. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. And it fills my heart to know that Carlos King was there from the beginning. Because there is no denying when Carlos King had his hands involved in Real Housewives of Atlanta, it was a success. They thought they could steal Carlos' style, take credit for all of his inventions. They thought they had the secret sauce, and they thought they could duplicate him. But, baby, they say imitation is the greatest form of flattery. But in this case, baby, hell to the no. In the ratings show that, the storyline show that, ain't nobody checking for Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's number one. Number two, you all love to stay mad at major parts. And as a member of Team Twirl, and I'll tell y'all why, I have to give Phaedra her flowers. And I know Phaedra's messy and sneaky, and baby, you better keep both eyes on Phaedra Parks. But if y'all can forgive Portia Williams for being involved in that allegation, y'all showing the hell can forgive Phaedra Parks. And that's a special message for Candy Burris, because ain't no way in the world I'd be mad at one and not the other. But anyway, I digress. Let me fall back, because what we're here to talk about is this lovely show, this lovely ensemble of Carlos King' latest creation. Because his wheels got to spinning after Martell Holt and Melody Cherie Rogers approached him with the show idea. And Carlos said, we just need a little mess. Hmm. And trust me, Melody knew, everybody knows, that Carlos is the maven of mess. And for those of you that don't know the meaning of the word maven, that means he's a connoisseur. A connoisseur. Okay, baby? A connoisseur. So, anyway, Melody confided in Carlos King, let her know really what's going on. And Carlos thought to himself, now that right there, that a cheating man in a beautiful, successful couple? Oh, yes, yes, darling, yes. We could knock that out the park. And knock it out the park they did. Did they not? Did they not? So the first episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville aired in 2019, and here we are in 2024. 2024. And the storyline is the same. They still mad at Martell Hope. Melody is the victim. But remember, when Melody first came on Love and Marriage Huntsville, she was a quiet church mouse. She was prim and proper, meek and docile, kind of like what Portia Williams gave off when she first came on to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then after a couple of years, baby, the fan base grows, then the head and the ego explodes. And baby, now they out here thotting and botting. They thotting and botting. Yes, they are. So, for those of you that may not know about the show Love and Marriage Huntsville that airs on OWN Network, you know the network that was created by Oprah Winfrey herself. Oprah is not a major owner of this network anymore. So, when you guys get to saying Oprah wouldn't stand for this, Oprah wouldn't stand for this, those of you that are over the age of 50, well, I'll even give you credit. Over the age of 40, remember when hip hop first came out? Well, you got to be 50 and older. When hip hop, Oprah Winfrey despised hip hop. She despised ratchetness. She said there will never be any reality television shows on the Oprah Winfrey Network, now known as OWN Network. So now, Oprah Winfrey, she's a minor owner. She doesn't make the decision. It's somebody else that owns it. So when you guys get upset, mad at Carlos King, and let me get it right, baby, Carlos Reginald King. Matter of fact, let me go back. Y'all gonna hear some tap, tap, taps. This man right here, when y'all get mad at him, he doesn't have a say. All he does is create the shows, he produces the shows, he presents it to the networks. The networks decide if they're going to pick up the show or not. And if they pick it up, they are in charge of programming. When does the episodes air? When do they start filming? When do they show it? That has no bearing on Carlos King. So y'all trying to beat this man up, talking about it's his fault. He's kept Martell Holt on the show. Y'all have to keep in mind Martell Holt and Melody Cherie Rogers both presented this idea to Carlos King. Carlos King, He did some revising and changed the concept, but kept in the homes. And Melody and Martell brought in the other couples, which are Letitia Scott. Letitia Scott is here in the yellow. This is her husband behind him. That's Marsau Scott. This woman right here, this is Melody Cherie Rogers. This gentleman sitting down in a pink, this is Martell Holt. This gentleman here, well, this is Maurice Scott. And this lady here is Kimmy Scott, whom you do not see on this photo because their nickname is the comeback group. They're the core six. But who you do not see is Stormy Steele, her husband, Courtney Beasley. You don't see Nell Fletcher nor Chris Fletcher. You don't see Kiki Jabbar. You also will not see on here former cast members of this show, which was Destiny Payton Williams, who now goes by her maiden name, Destiny Williams. And y'all know what's up, and you might as well give it up for Miss Wanda, baby. Miss Wanda. And I wish I had her photo and I could have put it up here. Miss Wanda is the mother of Letitia Scott. Miss Wanda got her nickname Wanda J. Blige from Funky Dineva himself. So you had a little rockiness, some things transpired, and Miss Wanda is no longer on the show. Neither is Destiny Payton. But this beautiful woman right here, Melody Cherie, you know, the one that she didn't have nice things to say about me, but it, I don't want to go on too long. I want to stick on here. But she has a fanatical fan base called the Melometers, and they will do any and everything to protect their queen. Melody has often shown support for them. She's dropped down in their chats. They've dropped down in her chats. In fact, Melody's manager, Don Michelle, also does manages When Tay Talk, does business with her. Once upon a time, when Anthony Lofty's a YouTuber, as well as When Tay Talk, she's a YouTuber here. He used to be part of the Melamedic Kingdom. And as long as he was doing things to tear down Martell Holt, Maurice Scott, Kimmy Scott, Marsau Scott, Letitia Scott, Stormy Steele, Destiny Payton, Melody Cherie Rogers, she was okay with it. She was fine with it. She was happy. She didn't have a problem with it. But then once Kiki Jabbar came on to the show, Letitia Scott cousin, a woman that battles on and off with the substance abuse illness, Melody thought she could use that woman and weaponize her against Letitia. And I've posted several videos on my community wall. So all you have to do is go there to watch the videos or be nice and watch all of them so I can get my watch hours. Because, baby, it's a long night. But anyway, thanks to Melody Cherie Rogers and the Melometers, I am the clout. They said I don't like Melody, I hate Melody. How could I tear a black woman down? Well, my thing is this: how can a black woman tear other black women and black families down? How can a black woman sit back while she watches her fanatical fan base dox her cast members, not, stalk them, harass them, and bash them? Not only does she do that to the cast members, they've done it to Carlos King. They've also done it to Miss Wanda, Destiny Payton, Kiki Jabbar. And now the next person that they're harassing is Dr. Heavenly from the hit show Love and Marriage Huntsville. Hey, VS, welcome, welcome, welcome. As you see, VS, I'm beefing for dollars, beefing for dollars. I'm not highlighting nor reading the comments of any haters. I see you, Real Talk with Lady D. I'm gonna bring you up, okay? Let me drop the link down. And the only person that needs to be hitting that link is Real Talk with Lady D. If somebody know Miss Wanda, y'all need to go get her and tell her to come up over here, cause Misbehaving wants her front and center. Cause I want her to hit this panel if she didn't mind. Cause I know Miss Wanda will keep it all the way real. If you're Dr. Heavenly, anybody know Dr. Heavenly? Have Dr. Heavenly come up over here. If anybody, if there's a raindrop floating through, a raindrop floating through, go over there and hit and knock on Carlos King door. Because I want to interview. If anybody know Dr. Heavenly, her boopies. Where the boopies at? If anybody know a boopy, anybody know a boopy? Y'all run over there to Dr. Heavenly and tell Dr. Heavenly to come and hit the link, or she can sit in the cloud. There you go. There you go. Hold on, you guys. Let me let up Real Talk with Lady D. Okay, hey, Real Talk with Lady D.
Can you hear me now, or it sounds low?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Hold on. I see somebody in the chat. I see where is your membership button. I know you.
It's
Oh no, I'm not monetized. VS, I was seldom, you know, I don't have a set schedule, and that's one of the advice, some of the advice you always gave me. Be consistent, have a constant schedule, come on at the same time, even if somebody I like is live, that I need to go live at the same time. So no, I'm not monetized yet, but don't be tripping off that. I remember when your mouth dropped open when I told you I was just doing YouTube as a hobby. You was like, oh, VS, you hit the link too, because I need you to come talk too. Shoot. You guys, I highlighted her as a VS icon. She is the creator of the VS3 sector and one of the top dogs, one of the holy trinity in the beef sector. Anyway, thanks to Melanie Cherie Rogers and the Melometers, I am the clout. I am the clout. And then my thing is this: if Tasha K, unwind Tasha K, was sued by Cardi B because she was providing celebrity news, it's time that the celebrities start getting sued. Because if you know you have a fanatical fan base that's out here stalking, harassing, doxing, and damaging everyday people, cast members' life, you need to be held responsible. Because as long as you're not willing to come out and verbally say, I do not agree with what that person is doing, if you don't distance yourself from what your fans are saying, doing, and posting, you are an accomplice. You are liable. You are aware. You also know that when you fire up that Instagram live and when you hashtag activate, they know to get active and get busy. You have 4 kids with Martell Hope. You have 2 older ones and probably even a third baby girl. Uh, they're old enough to be on social media, online, to see and hear what people are saying about their father. You were the one that chose to lay down and have them kids. Y'all been divorced for over 3 years. You have went on and glowed up. You need to let that go. You're co-owner of Nubian Network. You own 7th Avenue Beauty. You have a clothing partnership with stylist Jay Bolin. What else do you have? You do your property preservation classes where you charge 3,000, and then if it's tax season, I don't know, you might leave it at 3,000. Occasionally, you'll drop the price down to $1,500. You've stated you're a millionaire. Your fans stated that you're a multimillionaire. So you should be happy you're doing fine. You have a big, beautiful home. You rolling around in a G-Wagon. Most women that have been through a bad divorce, dealt with a toxic man, when they had to leave that man, oftentimes they had to leave with nothing. They didn't know where they were going. I was with a man before, my husband. I had to leave him. It only take a man one time to cheat on me, and baby, I'm out the door. I'm not sticking around. I'm not sticking around at all. And when I left with three backpacks, not duffel bags, not suitcases, three backpacks, one for me and one for each of my kids. And that's all we had. So you want to make yourself a victim, baby. You are not a victim. Hold on, I see you, Lady D. Shari Rogers put up the other day, directing it towards me, to
Wow.
me, rather. Hold on. I can't, I see you, Lady D.
I do.
I'll have to figure this out. So we ain't even gonna worry about it. We just gonna do it like this.
Wow. And this was
So
directed to you?
yes,
Wow.
courtesy of Tea Talk with Your Girl. She posted that on Instagram,
Wow.
directed to me. And so if anyone wants to go to my community wall, the name of my channel is Misbehaving is Fun. Misbehaving is Fun. Now you could just type in MSB as in boy, EHAVEN, and it'll pop on up. It'll pop on up. Yeah, she put that. You guys will see videos where I have this up there. These lovely hoodies. So when you go to her Instagram page, it's currently reading Melody Cherie, and that just changed within the last week. So keep in mind, Love and Marriage Huntsville aired in 2019. They've been divorced now a little over 3 years, and she kept the Instagram page Melody as Hope. She accused that man of abusing her. He's horrible. He made her life miserable. So what woman would want to keep anything associated with a man that abused her? She went and had a name changing ceremony on the show to change her last name from Hope to Rogers. Why not do it for Instagram? Then people got in my comments, they said it's a long process to change it. It takes 3 years to change your last name on Instagram. With her having such a devoted fan base and over 600,000 followers on Instagram, and then even before then, it was like, I think 300,000 in the beginning. But with the fans being so devoted, they would have followed her anywhere because they purchase all of her products. So what happens is she has some sort of crisis where she's the victim, and then a product is put out for purchase. Like after she put this post up, this is the post right here where she plays with abuse. She created the sweatshirt stating she stands against mental abuse, emotional abuse, and physical abuse. This post right here, she puts that she showed up to filming and there was a person there that everybody knew she would film with, and she had a mental spiral, which caused her to go home and stay home for a week. And she lost out on uh, business opportunities, prior engagements, all due to that stress. That's the post she put up there. So, of course, the Melometers were in an uproar, fighting, fussing. Well, baby, Melody went and did a meet and greet with her fans not too long ago. And in that meet and greet video, she shares that same scenario of how she showed up to a place for filming. A person was there that wasn't supposed to be there. She said, and I was mad. I was mad. And I said, I ain't coming back to filming. I'm going home. I ain't filming. And she said, "Man, I did it because I was mad. But after being in the house for a couple of days, not filming, not working, she started feeling good. She was happy. She said, oh, you got to do some self-care days. So make it make sense. Someone that claims and purport to be someone that stands against abuse, why would you play with abuse like that? Furthermore, not only why would you play with abuse like that, since you've looked at my videos, in my videos, I've clearly stated that I have post-traumatic stress disorder. In my videos, I have shared that I was sexually abused as a child. In my videos, I've shared that I was physically abused as a child and as an adult. But, and in my videos, you just have to go through the videos, you guys, and listen to them for yourself. Don't let anybody tell you what they've heard. You have to listen to it for yourself. But in one of my videos, I said I don't like when black women or black men are referred to as girl or boy. It's a racist term. It has linkage and affiliate with racism, slavery, Jim Crow. It's a sign of disrespect. So when this post was originally made and brought to my attention, I told them she ain't talking to me. And to the little crazy YouTube lady who questions what I do to give back, do your research. You ain't paying me enough to do it for you. Now let me block you, pretty girl. I told them she's not talking to me because, baby, she ain't got my name on it. Furthermore, it's it's against my religion to give a man my money, and I'm sure not gonna give no woman no money. I ain't gave her no money, so I know she ain't talking to me. And I said, and little crazy, she couldn't possibly be talking about me and making fun of mental illness when she's supposed to stand against mental abuse, emotional abuse, and physical abuse. And then for her to say, I'm questioning what she does to give back. I didn't question, I just simply asked a question. And the question was this: why is Melody asking the Melometers to donate $100 each to build water wells in Africa when people in Flint, Michigan and Jackson, Mississippi are in need of water?
And that's a legitimate question. I don't understand why would they get mad about it.
Yeah, but that's what set her off. So somebody brought it to her attention. I did that video, so that caused her to make this post and to the little crazy YouTube lady. And the only reason I know for certain it's me, although people were telling me, I went over because here on YouTube, people are going to screen record your videos. That just happens. But I know if somebody's streaming your video while you're live, you can strike their channel. And it's a hard
Absolutely.
strike, it's not a soft strike. So I said, well, let me go ahead and Google my name and see what I find. So nothing popped up. So I just started going through the Melometer content creators, and bingo, I found Tea Talk with Your Girl. She was the one. She was the one. So I found her. And so she was cursing and she was yelling and she was misbehaving. Yeah, this for you, bitch. Yeah, this you hoe. Melody put this for you if you didn't know. Let me play it again. Hey, you guys, it's misbehaving. MSBEH. Yeah, go put it in the algorithm. Tell YouTube you don't want to see her stuff and it won't show up no more. I said, isn't that something? Isn't that something? And so, what was funny, Lady D, is that moments before I got that notification, I was doing a video about peace. I had changed my mind. A commenter had gotten my comments and left a message. I'll just leave you and I up since I authenticated you. So I know
Okay.
it's you. But what I was saying is, um, the commenter left a message, and I started having a soft spot. And I said, I don't hate Melody. I don't dislike her. I just don't like her actions. I've seen how she sat quiet while people harassed and doxed and did all sorts of horrible things to her cast members and Destiny Williams, who's no longer on the show, and Miss Wanda. And but if you do something to piss her off, she'll go ahead and go live and she'll talk. But I guess because she had that incident with Anthony Loftus back in December, where she told her mandated reporters to get in her inbox and she knew his address, that this time she chose not to say anything, but just make an Instagram post calling me little crazy YouTube lady and not
Mhm.
put my name so they wouldn't know. But thanks to Tea Talk with your girl, I know it was meant for me. And it wasn't just Tea Talk with your girl. There were several other content creators that heavily support her, and I'm going to make a video calling it out, listing all their names. They, at least they didn't mention my name on camera, but they shared that post.
Mhm.
They shared the post. Now what happened after I did a video, the after Melody did that post, and I knew it was for me. That morning I talked about mental illness. I did a video. And shortly after I did that video, because to me, they're always switching and changing scandals. When
Mhm.
one scandal pops up, they bring up another one to quiet that other one. Because, see, this mess with Sharnita Horton from Sharnita's World that's on Melody Cherie Rogers' Nubian Network app. See, when that scandal happened, and the fallout from Dr. Heavenly, now all of a sudden
You
you got
still
other
there?
people. Yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna
Okay.
mute you. I can hear you.
No, it's no. It sounds like it paused. Continue. You can continue. I'm listening.
But anyway, what I'm gonna say is this: her Melometers have reached out to me. One of them has dropped in my comments section. But baby, I'm beefing for dollars. Hey, I'm beefing for dollars. So
Mhm.
if you want your message, your negative comment highlighted, you got to pay me. And why do I need to beef and go back and forth with the little man when I'm still focused on the top dog? See, I know all these other millimeters that's coming out the work to try to get at me, and I'll go ahead and give you credit, but it won't be on this video. I'll address you
Mhm.
tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm gonna make sure I'm on time, and I'm gonna make sure I even have somebody here to take care of the boys, so I can make sure I'm prompt ready. But
Absolutely.
I'm not beefing with nobody for free. Melody sending you guys over here to distract me. So I'll stay off course. Baby, I'm laser focused. I'm focused on her and what she's doing. What is she doing? Yeah, I've heard people come back in my comments and try to talk me down. And 1 second I was like, I'm gonna do it, but I know how this game works. It's like the good cop, the bad cop. If they can't get you with the nastiness, they say, well, let's try the niceness to see if we can sway her. But my thing, you guys, what motivates me to continue going forward is seeing all of these videos talking about Marcel Scott, Maurice Scott, Letitia Scott, Kimmy Scott, Martell Holt, Stormy Steele. That's what's motivating me. Now y'all dogging out Carlos King. Y'all not gonna tarnish that man. He's doing something incredible. So who's really trying to tear him down? Are they trying to replace Carlos King with Candy Burris? Because you know Candy and Todd have their own production company. Are they trying to get rid of Carlos King to replace him with Candy Burris and Todd Tucker? Because Candy ain't going back to Real
Absolutely.
Housewives of Atlanta. So they're
Absolutely.
trying. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. I don't care if you don't like them or not. You like them, don't like them, or whatever. Anytime somebody's able that's black like us to be successful and have success in something they're doing, they don't want anybody else like us to implement or follow behind them. So the
That's
goal is
sad.
to tear them down. So yeah,
That's sad. And the thing about it, is our own people that do that. It's sad, and it's so obvious that that they're behind the scene, because who else? But I promise you, just like we had said on my platform, that they're not going to do Bravo that. They definitely not going to do Bravo that. But yet they'll tear down black owned businesses and people trying to, accomplish things, but yet just because things is not going their way, what they trying to do? They're trying to shut it down. But that's not right. And I just hope that they just go ahead and get them off, for defamation. That's horrible. You still there, Misbehaving? I guess Misbehaving must have went ahead and step aside. But guys, yes, that's just very, very horrible, man. It's
I'm
enough
here,
for
Lady
everybody.
D.
Yeah, but it's just enough for everybody. So I don't understand why they got to tear down everybody else just to uplift one person. It doesn't make sense at all.
Right, right. But did you hear what I said though? That's another a spoke in the wheel right there.
Hmm.
They trying to tear down Carlos King so they can replace his
Yes.
production company. That's my
Hmm.
thoughts as I look out and look at everything. That's my thought right there.
Absolutely.
Oh, I see some folks upset they leaving. That's all right. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. And if you mad at anything that misbehaving had to say, baby, chances are the devil is you. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. We some grown folks. What's your favorite saying on your channel, Real Talk with Lady D?
If you don't like the heat, get out the kitchen. Or I'll be saying so much stuff, but like I said, you can't keep catering to people. It's just sad that everybody wants you to jump on a bandwagon. Everybody wants you to go the same way that they go. And soon a minute when you go against the grain, then they want to go ahead and shut you down. Just this the live that you and I did not too long ago. Don't you know someone must have went ahead and reported or whatever because now I have a yellow light. At first I had a green light. Make it make sense. That's horrible.
Well, that's all right because they don't know what you know. You a
That's
business
it.
owner, and you not like some of these folks that they sending that can have the are fortunate enough to stay up around the clock. That's when I can tell when somebody's in a manic phase. Child,
Yeah,
I ain't finna beef with you for free. You hit
that's
my
it.
cash app and then I'll beef with you. Other than that, we ain't doing it. And you can come up on my panel, boo. Come up on my panel. We can argue back and forth. We can have it. We can banter. Let me say something to this person right here, Lady D. Shara Hill. You got to hit the Cash App if you want me to read that question. Put your question in the Cash App. In the Cash App. Yours doesn't is not negative, but when you get to talking about other folks that's diverting from the topic at hand, and the topic that we're talking about tonight is love and marriage, Huntsville, the cast, Carlos King, and Dr. Heavenly, if you want to, because Dr. Heavenly is also a victim of the Melometers.
Hmm. But Dr. Heavenly, she can handle.
Oh yeah, I know Dr. Heavenly can't wait. This is the cold part. Dr.
Hmm.
Heavenly is a Scorpio too. So this is my thing here. I said one thing, ooh, I don't know. I don't have no Scorpios in my family, at least none
Hmm.
that I know of. But every Scorpio that I have seen on TV, baby, you don't want to fool with them. Phaedra Parks is a Scorpio, quiet and deadly. You rub her the wrong way, oh, she gonna get her hit back. Melody
Mm-mm-mm.
is doing the same thing, quiet. You rub her the wrong way, she gonna get her lick back. Sharnita Horton, the woman, I don't want to call her girl, although she's younger, the woman that's starring in Sharnita's World on Nubian TV, she said she's a Horton. She's a,
Mhm.
Scorpio. That's why she sided with Melody, because she a Scorpio and she sided with her supporters, Melody and Tilted Crown Productions. Well, she didn't say Melody, she said Melanie. Imagine that, calling Melody Melanie in the same live where you complained about Dr. Heavenly mispronouncing your name. Make it make sense, baby. Make it make sense. Shout out to Make It Make Sense over here on YouTube. So let's see. Go ahead, Dr. Heavenly. I mean, Dr. Heavenly, Lord have mercy. She talking about me. She said, "Who is that damn girl?" That's what Dr. Heavenly said. Who is that damn misbehaving? Baby, little bloggers matter. Y'all talking about it. I ain't nobody, ain't got nothing, ain't got no subscribers. Baby, my motto has always been whether it's one person,
That's it.
nobody, or 1,000 people up in my chats, baby, I'm appreciative and I'm thankful. And this lovely young lady right here, VS Icon, she on her channel last year, a year ago, she came back in February 2023, and as of today, she has over 10,000 subscribers.
Wow.
10,000. She put in the work. She already had a reputation. She had a following. People liked her. But one day she sat up on her channel and she told us, she told everybody, whoever was listening, that we could start a YouTube channel. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you don't have the fancy equipment or whatever else. You can do this. And I had been thinking about it for a while, like I want to do because I want got stuff I want to say. Just use it as a hobby to talk.
Hmm.
And then I created my channel last year, but I'm not consistent. I've done more videos, but I'm not consistent. And then I
Hmm.
met you, Lady D, like mines. What you say? Iron sharpened iron.
Correct. Absolutely, absolutely. But as long as you have some good, loyal people, people that's gonna follow, I don't care if it's two or three. At least, if you're having a good time, that's all that matters. Because there
Right.
are some that have a whole bunch of people, but they are just there just for drama. They're not
Mhm.
there to stay and support you. The minute
Look at
when you go against the grain, what would they do? They're gonna leave. So long as you got good, loyal people that's gonna kick with you, that's all that matters.
thank you, Sugar Brown. Thank you. Sugar Brown said, hit that like button. Y'all know I forget to do that. Hit that like button. See, when the numbers start dropping down. Uh-oh, hold on. Let me read that. Oh, okay. I had clicked before I read it, Jesus. Miss Darla Faye says, misbehaving, you are a breath of fresh air, and the mellow mob and their master can't handle your truth. Please keep
Mhm.
speaking facts and snatching lashes, brows, and edges. Yes, baby, I will do it. Now, every once in a while, I get a little ratchet, but I try to, not be too ratchet. But at the end of the day, I wish the best for everyone, even her, even though they're
Absolutely.
attacking me. I don't care. But their anger and their zeal and trying to be rude and nasty towards me, that's what fuels me to stay in the fight until she openly give me an apology. We're gonna be beefing forever.
Absolutely.
So what give the people a preview of the live that you'll be doing tomorrow at 6:05 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that'll be 7:05 Eastern Standard Time and 4:05 Pacific Standard Time. So if you're in California, Miss Real Talk with Lady D will be going live at 4:05 tomorrow. And if you're on the East Coast, that's 7:05. Go ahead, Lady D.
Well, I just hope you be a part of it because you've been advertising it. So I just want to see you a part of it. I would love to see you come on and help a sister out.
Most definitely, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be
Okay,
there.
okay, okay. Well, what we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the descendant of Black entrepreneur, Silas White family. They call the Santa Monica to return the land, but it's just so sad how they think. especially back then in the 1960s and 70s, that they are entitled of people land. And if they feel like they want it, they're going to go ahead and take it. And the thing about it is that the state lied and said that it was a part of the city property just for them to turn around and sell it to a luxury hotel. Make it make sense. And now the daughter's niece, she's taking action. They called for a meeting with the city councilor. The only one showed up. Did you hear what I said? Only
Mm-hmm.
one showed up. And I pray that, because they're going to have to pay them something. But I pray that they don't sell it back to the city. They don't sell it back to the hotel. I pray that they take that, once that land get back to them, sell it to black people, or just have some black people to come together and just keep it within our community. That's what I think. I don't want them to go ahead and sell it, because I remember it was another family that the state went ahead and took property, and the city paid them $20 million, and they took the settlement. But I would have never took
Mm-hmm.
the settlement. I would have
Yeah.
said there, if anything, I would have sold it to other black entrepreneurs.
Well, the thing is with that, you're talking about Bruce Beach. So the thing
Yes.
with that is, uh, they agreed to that 20 million, and I wouldn't. Nobody can build anything on that land.
Oh, nobody couldn't.
No, nobody can. So they can't build anything. They can't build a house or anything. So basically, it was like they were forced into accepting that agreement. And to them,
Mhm,
they probably felt as if 20 millions was a lot. And I know to some people that sounds like a lot, but not in California. Not
mhm,
no. They should have asked for more money, or even tried to find a corporation or somebody to sell it to. It was
mhm.
prime location. Yeah, Bruce
So what
Beach.
what what about the Ebony Beach? Do you think that if the state offered them a lot of money, do you think that they should, get the money, or just make them give the property back?
I would take the money, but I mean for the amount, if they're not going to pay what the property is worth, they need to. If they sell it back, then I would move out of California. I would come and buy some property here in the
Mhm,
South, or uh, somewhere else. I wouldn't. Uh, that money's not going to last there in California, because you have to think about taxes. Y'all think about that. $20 million. Uncle Sam want his half, then California gonna want their portion. So they're not walking
absolutely.
away with $20 million.
Absolutely. That's
And
why,
there's
I wouldn't sell it. I definitely would sell it. I would just make them move, get off it, and
hmm
I would try to do something with my people, because money is not everything. And that's the thing about it, especially when it comes to our people. We run after the money, but yet they run after the power. Did you get what I'm
hmm
saying? We run
yes,
after the
ma'am.
money, but they run after the power.
Yeah. That's like at jobs. They'll give you a title, a management position, but it's like you're working two positions with less pay, but will get turned on just to have the title of the supervisor or the chief nursing officer. Nope.
Mhm.
I don't give a dag about no title. I need my money. I need my ducats in a row.
That's it. But it's time for us to sit there and stop being so quick to sell out for a bowl of beans. If I was
Right.
them, I would just go ahead and keep it within the community,
hmm
uh, get that beach together. And I'm pretty sure, you might go there, be a part of that. I would like to see an all black beach, and live up to his legacy, because a year after they went ahead and took his property, he died.
Hold on, lady talk. Let me address Sweet Apple. Sweet Apple, in my video, that's what y'all got to check out the videos on my channel. Y'all got to listen to the videos now. I had mentioned that because Melody, when she did that podcast with Carlos King, January 21st, when they were in Huntsville, Alabama, Melody was the one that said out of her mouth that that alleged revenge P The message or whatever, all that stuff happened, was sent to her in 2022. She waited until 2023, she said. She said she went to the magistrate. The magistrate signed the warrant. She said she was then told by her attorney, you know his address. We can get a PI to go pick him up. Go get him picked up, arrested. She said no. And she said, I believe in divine timing. And then guess what happened? Martell birthday happened in January. His birthday, I believe, is January 4th. He was celebrating, recording with his kids. Destiny Payton was there. Ariane Curry was there. And their child he had with Ariane. Uh, I don't know if the young man's name, I'm not going to say the little baby name because I tried not to say kid's name. But anyway, a couple of days after that, Melody posted on Instagram hashtag bet, BET. The next thing you know, Martell has gotten arrested on January 9th, 5 days after his birthday, while the kids were with him. So when I did my video, I said she did that on purpose. In that reality with the king with Carlos, when she said Carlos asked her, how did you feel? I mean, I called you, I had called you, and she said, yeah, I mean, not right now. Yeah, you did, not right now. I'm worried about my kids. Where are my kids at? And she said, and we were filming at that time. So when she said that, I said, oh, she set that up then, because she could have had him arrested when the kids were not in his care. So it is my belief what she was planning on doing is having him arrested while the kids were in his care. She didn't anticipate on him getting out of jail that quick so that she could be able to try to use that as a reason to gain full custody of the kids and move out of Huntsville, Alabama to Atlanta, Georgia. That's my
Wow.
opinion. That's my opinion. What you think?
I don't know. I think that, she did all that, just to satisfy
Oh,
her fan base.
oh, I am so sorry. Hold on, that's Charmy Light. Hey, Charmy. She might have left.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm
I'm.
good, y'all. How you doing?
I just
Hey,
happened to look down. I am so sorry. Thank you for being so patient, though.
No, it's okay. I understand.
So, what are your thoughts? What do you think?
Um, I think that the whole situation is a mess. I'm a supporter of all of them because I like to see all of my people succeed.
absolutely.
And I think that it's a shame that we are saying that we believe in God, but we are not holding the heart that God has when it comes to us and forgiveness because we're holding unforgiveness towards people from what we saw on season one and
Mhm.
carrying it all the way through over here. And I don't know if people who say they believe in God know that God also judges the same way we judge those. And I would hate to get some sins racked up on myself behind some people that didn't even do anything wrong towards me. And
Absolutely.
another thing about it is now I'm not for, like, I'm growing in Christ, I'm learning, and I know that gossip is not good and we're not supposed to be talking about one another because that can do damage to another person. That could be another form of, us harming someone's name and everything. But this sector is very much, not just when it comes to this LMH, it seems like the only people that can have an opinion is those people that hold up Melody to a certain standard.
Mhm.
They think that she's the only person that can be praised and no one else can. And I find something wrong with that heavily, especially being that she is a Christian woman.
Mm.
I wouldn't be comfortable with a group of people, first of all, obsessing over me at that level, and at another level of tearing other people down that are trying to do the same thing as I am, trying to take care of their family and trying to build up a business. We don't have to get along, for all of us to be successful, you know? And for them to all just jump pile on you when you honestly, you and Miss D are like only a few people that actually say anything against Melody,
Mhm.
and for them to find so much fault in it and then act as if it's the end of the world when every single day you'll find a new video about them talking about Scott's business possibly being
Absolutely.
out, or people cheating on one another and trying to tear up families. I think to myself it's kind of hypocritical how they can how they think it's like an attack towards her when there's 50 of them that's on her fan club that attack these people that they don't know on a daily basis. It's just odd to me. I think it's just like you don't have to agree with everything that Misbehaving is saying,
Mhm.
but she has the right to say what she wants
Absolutely.
to say. And for her, I thought it was odd that she even got on the live and was addressing Misbehaving or even making a little video, like a little comment on her Instagram. Cause I was just like, that's so weird. You have all these people that support you all the time, and you get a little taste of what they do to your other castmates, and you can't handle it. I don't even see Letitia getting on lives or making subliminal messages towards certain YouTubers or even addressing any of the other people, but you're distraught behind this one woman having an opinion or raising a question upon when it comes to like your philanthropy. If you
Mhm.
know that you're doing right and you know you're not doing anything wrong and you know that your heart is in the right place, why feel the need to even do all that and then get
Ab-
all those people to kind of like gang pile on this one person? I just find it, I don't know, it's disheartening. It's really
mhm.
sad. It's a sad situation that one person can't have a voice. Y'all can't have an opinion. It seems like only way that you can survive in the LMH sector is if you're worshiping this one particular human being. And it's, you know, I want to believe that she doesn't um, support their ideology or support their way of moving, but you can't not see what they're doing and then not say anything about it and then pretend like it's not an issue. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
um, I don't know. My heart goes out to y'all. My heart goes out to Misbehaving because all she's doing is giving her opinion on the situation. And it seems like people are just attacking her and being mean towards her. And I want to also say another comment that I saw was they said when that other young lady who posted about her trauma, which Misbehaving even went in on her for doing that. She don't agree with everything Melody does, but she said that was wrong, and she shouldn't have even said something about that or even posted that video, right? Showing that Misbehaving is just a human being, and she's just calling out things that she doesn't like. If she sees something that's wrong, she's just gonna say something about it. Doesn't have anything to do with this person or that person. It's just person is wrong, they're wrong. I'm gonna call it out. It's crazy how she didn't get on live and had people jump on that person and say something about that person putting out that comment and that content in regards to her trauma that she allegedly went through. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
How she picks and chooses what to address. And the only time it's something that's an issue is when it's like really attacking her character. That's when she becomes mad or she wants her fan base to block them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
if I'm making any sense.
You're making a lot of sense. And the thing about it, when you mention Tisha, first of all, Tisha is not going to get off of her throne to address, she's not going to do that because she's a lady. She's excellent. Yeah, but it's just sad, and then especially when you had said that they call themselves Christians. And that's why a lot of people, including myself, don't call myself Christian anymore. I'd rather call myself a believer because these people, they, what I call, have a form of godliness, but they deny the power thereof. Because one thing we know that God is not the altar of confusion, of love, peace, and sound mind. And of you stirring the pot, keeping all that confusion and going after people and sicking people after each other, it doesn't make sense. It's like Why are you so aggressive? Why are you so involved? Your job is to entertain us, but it's like you sitting there, you helping stir the mess. Like I say, all this right here is just a money racket. That's all it's all about. And if you touch their base, go after them, then they gonna stick their dogs after you. But like I said, no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and every tongue that rise against us shall be condemned, because they showing who they are by the fruit that they bear, and that's real talk.
You know, I agree with you because Jesus said his last the commandment he added was that we need to love one another. If someone hates you, you're supposed to love them. You're
Mhm.
supposed to pray for them. So for me, I think this is not of God. I say I'm a
It's
Christian
not.
because I know my God, the God
Hmm.
that's in the Bible, the Father that created all of us.
Hmm.
He is the man falls and man makes mistakes. And sometimes
Absolutely.
man likes to hold titles that they're not even a part of in the first
That's
place.
what I'm
But I
saying.
know the definition of a Christian is a person who believes in the higher power and believes in
That's it.
Jesus and that he died on the cross for us. And
That's
if
it.
Jesus is not a person, now if Jesus could take people talking about him, I know I'm not about to sit up here and act like one woman on a TV show can't be talked
Hmm.
about. You know,
Hmm.
even though we're not supposed to gossip about each other, I'm not about to partake in that. But I'm saying it's weird how she's acting like this when her castmates are cast judgment upon them every single day. It seems like they're being attacked every single day, and I'm just like I observing how she's operating just off of this one page and this woman having her opinion. I was just like, man, I got more respect for the Scots, and I got more respect
Me
for
too.
even Martell and all them because I'm like, if could you imagine if she had half, not just a
Hmm.
misbehaving or you miss D talking here and there about certain things you observe that you don't like. If you had people questioning your business and questioning your taxes,
Hmm.
questioning your ownership and questioning this and questioning your parenthood and questioning your relationship and and it was multiple people doing that, getting on lives with hundreds of other people downing you. I don't know if she could be able to mentally handle that. I don't think she
Hmm.
could carry that. And to think that those people deal with that on a daily basis. It was not too long
Wow.
ago, like we talked about, they were talking about their business. And here you are, you say that you're for Black business, but you're celebrating the possibility that these people business may be out of business. And I'm thinking to myself, this ain't right. You know what I
It's
mean?
not.
You
It's
don't
not.
have to like them. You can support her. I just
Absolutely.
I don't understand why they can't just support her
Hmm.
and give her love and point out all the great things that she's doing.
Hmm.
Why do you need to attack these other people? Saying nasty things about certain people, saying making jokes about certain people illnesses and making fun of their husband and calling them a certain thing in regards to their illness that they just got over. To me, it's
That's
just like this
horrible.
is not of God. And I
That's
don't
it.
care. And to think that you playing around, I'd rather go out in that street that's in
Mhm.
front of me right now and put on gasoline draws and play in traffic, then play with the Lord and
Wow.
say, recite a verse from the Bible and then in the same mouth, in the same tone, try to tear somebody else
Hmm.
down, try to
Hmm.
judge somebody and try to bring them down, you know?
Well, just like I said many
It's
a
just,
times, this is the year of exposure where these people have a form of godliness, but they deny the power thereof. And all they doing is bringing themselves to open shame because they showing who they are. Can't you see they showing who they are? Because these people, like I said, it's all about almighty dollars. These people have soulless souls and chasing after money. And the thing about it is that the reason why they tearing others down, because that's the only way that they can lift Melody up, by tearing other people down. Because what do she have? What type of talent do she have? She's not a Nene Leakes. Nene is very entertaining. Melanie is not entertaining, and according to Tasha K, she can't sing. And I'm not trying to knock it, but that's people' opinion.
yeah, I
Yep.
agree.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you very much. And to anyone that I did not say hello to, hello, hello. Thank you for listening. Thank you. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here. And I am appreciative, whether it's one person or 1,000. I appreciate you because it's genuine, it's authentic. What I do over here on my channel, Misbehaving is Fun, is nothing different from what the other content creators do, except I don't dox, I don't stalk, I don't harass. Now, I may bash, but bash is really a form of criticism. You're just
Mhm.
severely criticizing someone. So
Absolutely.
and then we can be nice and say I'm critiquing Melody's behavior. But let me read this real quick.
Well, let me go ahead and drop down, and I'm gonna stay at the comment because it's something that I need to do. But thank you for allowing me to be a part of your live misbehavior.
It's always my pleasure. And real talk with Lady D. Why you calling me misbehavior? Is that your?
Misbeha- misbehaving. That's that's the southern
Yep,
part
that's right.
came out of me. Charge it. Look, charge it to my heart, girl. Look,
Okay. All
notice,
right.
notice, look, notice
Huh.
it's getting close to 8 o'clock. You know when it get
I
eight
know, I
o'clock.
know. Okay, we're women of a particular age. I already know. I already know.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna stay in the chat and because I have some stuff
In
that
the
I need to
chat.
do. Okay. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All right. Thank you. Here.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
All right.
So I'm gonna read this, you guys. So thanks to Melody Cherie Rogers and the Melometer, I am the clout. Y'all tripping and worrying about little old me, a little small YouTube blogger with only 1,200. Well, last time I checked, it was 1,213 subscribers. Almost every Melometer content creator, they have at least 5,000 subscribers. If I truly wanted to grow my channel faster, all I needed to do is follow their blueprint, which is the following: doxing, harassing, bashing, and stalking the cast members of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I'm going to read this. It's laughable how the Melometers, content creators, and subscribers alike feel entitled to harass, stalk, bash, and dox Carlos King, Martell Hope, Marsau Scott, Letitia Scott, Maury Scott, Kimmy Scott, Stormy Steele, Kiki Jabbar, Destiny Payton, who is a former cast member, and as well as Miss Wanda, who is also a former cast member. And now these folks have lost their common sense. They're now doxing Dr. Heavenly from the hit show Married to Medicine that airs on Bravo every Sunday at 9 p.m. However, if you point out how Melody Cherie Rogers created and sells sweatshirts that say, I stand against abuse, emotional, physical, mental, but admitted verbally on a video that she physically abused her ex husband, Martell Hope, and that he never physically abused her. The millimeters say you're jealous, a hater, evil, and filled with negativity. Melody Cherie Rogers and the Millimeters have this keen talent of deflecting and or accusing questioners of nefarious acts to avoid answering questions. I saw Melody Cherie Rogers hold an Instagram live with Shanita Foster in which she requested that the Millimeters donate $100 each to build a water well in Africa. I merely asked a question. Why is Melody Cherie Rogers building water wells in Africa when folks in Flint, Michigan and Jackson, Mississippi need clean water? Instead of anyone answering the question, I was called a hater, evil, jealous, filled with negativity, and told to do my research. I also recently watched an Instagram live held by Sharnita Horton, who stars in Sharnita's World, that airs on Nubian TV, a network co owned by Melody Cherie Rogers. During Sharnita's Instagram live, she explained why she pulled out the FemFest 2024 Women Empowerment and Wellness event at the last minute. FemFest 2024 was organized by Dr. Heavenly Kynes from the hit show Married to Medicine and held on March 8th, 2024 in Birmingham, Alabama. Sharnita states in the Instagram Live, I began to receive threats, and the threats kept happening in my inbox. Sharnita also stated she received threats against Dr. Heavenly Kimes in her inbox, and they were horrible threats. During the Instagram Live, Sharnita made the following statement. That's when my loyalty kicked in. I'm a Scorpio, so immediately I chose to be on this side of the fence. If y'all know what this side of the fence means, that means my supporters, that mean Melanie, that mean Tilted Crown Productions. We don't want any problems, and that's when we proceeded and pulled out the event. After viewing Sharnita's Instagram Live on March 12, 2024, it is my opinion that Sharnita held the live to declare her undying loyalty for Melody Cherie Rogers and her disdain for Dr. Heavenly Kimes. Sharnita Horton, Sharnita's World, has approximately 30,000 followers on Instagram. Melody Cherie Rogers, known as Melody Cherie on Instagram, has approximately 605,000 followers on Instagram. There were less than 200 people watching Sharnita's Instagram Live in real time, and that number remained constant throughout the duration of her live. While Sharnita Horton was declaring her loyalty to Melody, Melody Cherie Rogers could care less, as evidenced by her holding a TikTok live at the very same time Sharnita was conducting her Instagram live. Baby, they say they Christians, but make it make sense. Hmm, make it make sense. So, what are your thoughts, Charmy?
I'm just observing everything, and I don't think that you're wrong in having an opinion, and I don't think that you were being hateful with the opinion that you've been having. I just think that it's gotten out of control with a TV show. I don't think I've ever, in my whole 30 plus years of living, have ever witnessed a group of women get so obsessed with a TV show to the point where it's as toxic as this sector is, you know? And
Right, right,
it just I don't know, just and then not observing either when it comes to people patterns or um means of doing things, you know. I wish they really just would stick to just supporting her, you know? Because the hypocrisy of all of it is it's like they're like, I didn't know she was the second coming of Jesus. I didn't know that everybody's supposed to look at her and see nothing but greatness and see no flaw in her, and they're supposed to just down the rest of the cast. In a perfect world, I wish people would just stick to, if they like Melody, they just support Melody and like Melody, and if they don't like the rest of them, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Because what are these
hmm
people doing to you? These are people that are literally have anger and vitriol and hate in their heart behind some characters on a TV show. And the reason why I say that is because you don't know her and you don't know the life that she lives, and you don't know past the hour, or 45 minutes that you see on television for how much footage they provided. You don't know who she truly is behind that from behind that camera. You don't
right,
know who she is in and out. You don't know what might have been said between the two or the three people for them to even have a certain feeling towards her that may be negative. And you don't have grounds to judge on that because you don't know the ins and outs of their relationships. So for people to just take the handful of information that they got and use that as a means to just cast stones on others is really crazy to me.
right, right,
You really coming out here and you're getting on the internet and you're rejoicing in businesses possibly being closed, and you're mad at another woman for staying in her marriage, and you're mad at another man. I wish that Martell would just get on his knees and ask God for forgiveness. I wish he would ask God to guide his steps, because honestly, in my world, I want both of them to be successful, not just Melody. I want him to be successful as well, because those children deserve both positive parents to be in a healthy mental state, and both of them making a good amount of money to be able to provide for all five of them. Him for all five of his kids, and her for all four of her children, in the best way possible. But to hear people wanting the worst for somebody's child, now get on that page and ask one of these women, find out who the father of their children is, and wish bad upon their baby daddy. And I bet you their baby daddy wasn't half of the man that Martell was, sadly. And they'll be like, don't
Right.
talk about my dad, my children's daddy like that. Don't talk about the father of my children
Right.
like that. They would come at you. And in a way, she should take that as defense too, because how can you disrespect my family, even though me and him are not together anymore? But it's okay for my family to be disrespected, for y'all to
Right.
come at my stuff all the time. But if I was to come with that same energy, y'all would split a wig. Y'all would go crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much. They're getting too much involved behind the screen when they don't know anything past what's shown to them on TV. And it's odd. These are adults doing this. This is grown women getting on the internet, looking up somebody's address, looking up somebody's content, looking up somebody's court cases, looking up somebody's ins and outs, trying to find if somebody got cheated on because their favorite character got cheated on. So they want to make sure that other people feel the same pain that person felt. To me, it is just a misery party. And I pray that the women that are going through this pain step into their power and give it all to God and find the happiness that they deserve. I pray that they all get so happy that they forget about YouTube and they start living the life that they truly deserve. I pray that these women are in a place to where their family is situated and they're good in their hearts, to where they the only time they think about Melody is when they need a re-up on their skincare, or when the new season is out. But they don't put forth more energy than what is required than just watching entertainment. But I've heard that entertainment trains you. It enters your mind and it trains you. And what you let into your portal, what you let into your spirit, it can corrupt you or it can build you up. And it's gotten to a point for some people that they are letting it tear them apart and letting them become people that they themselves, they don't deserve to be miserable like that. For you to be having that type of energy, to be getting on the internet attacking somebody because they have an opposing opinion than you are, to be trying to find outs on somebody else's business or trying to tear another marriage down or tear another person down, you're obsessed. You have officially become obsessed with the TV show. You've gotten to the point where this show has become your world, and that you need to make sure that you get a fix off of it. You're no different from a person that gets a hit to get high. You know what I'm saying? And for that to become your epicenter, that's odd. You know what I'm saying? Not you. I'm not talking about you, because the only time you come on here is when you're defending yourself. But these women come out with content almost every day, and it's just
Mm,
like, what are you doing? What
like,
is your life? What is your life outside of this? Because you had to have given research hours to have this information right now. You had to have done something. You're giving all your time and your life. Now imagine if you would have opened up the Bible and pray to God, and you asked him for some peace, and you asked him for some love and some and asked him for those things that you may lack, and for him to minimize the parts of you that you don't like and to maximize the parts of him that you want. Imagine how your life
mm,
would change. You probably wouldn't even want to be on YouTube. You probably wouldn't even
right.
be worried about what she
Right.
doing. You know what I
Just
mean? Or what Letitia's
right. Just
doing.
so, Miss Sugar Brown. Now, I always thought that people gravitated. It was almost 50-50, but a lot of people like Melody because I've watched since season one, episode one, and I liked her a lot in the beginning because I thought that the affair was exposed during season one, and I felt for her, and I was on her side. And there were times, I mean, I can tell you, Martell did some crazy stuff. Some of his behaviors, it frightened me, it startled me because of my past, and and I thought it was unsafe. But then I saw the change in Melody as well. I noticed that she sits back, she throws the rock and hides her hand, and she manipulates people, get them to do her dirty work. I watched how everything went down with Destiny. And I will admit, when Melody, came out and proved that she had uh, given money so a light bill could be paid, when people saw fault in that, I didn't. I was like, well, she had every right because, Destiny said she wasn't a good friend. And I would think that's a good friend right there. But then slowly, when I saw how people were attacking Destiny, and I would see Melody drop down in their chats, and then I'm like, okay, that's odd. And I'm gonna say his name, Anthony Lofties, because I don't care what y'all say. Y'all talking about I know him, I supported him. I have never supported him. I had watched his video and I had left a comment when what he did to Destiny when he went into her home while they were doing open house, and he went in there and filmed. Destiny was not there, and I thought that was crazy, that was over the line, that was lowbrow. I felt that, and I left a comment on his page, and he said something slick to me and he blocked me. Well, I didn't care but I looked at every single woman. I remember their voices. I remember how women, they were using the same mantra, the same talking points, and they couldn't get the word narcissist out their head. And I noticed how the same women would go from platform to platform to platform. And I can tell you who was here from the beginning that was really truly doing content on them. And I see the new people that are coming, they know in order, if you want to grow your channel really fast, you don't have to wait no 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a year. If you doing the work, and even if you're casually on here, I mean, you're not going to have thousands unless you're buying subscribers and viewers. But if I wanted to grow my channel, all I had to do is bash the other cast members. And I'm not bashing Melody until she does something to tick me off, like call me a little crazy YouTube lady or play with abuse. One minute she's acting like she's an abused person. I don't like that. If you've ever been abused, you're going to be hyper vigilant. You may be easily startled. You're going to recognize the triggers in someone that's violent, and you're going to either look for a weapon to try to defend yourself, or you're going to recognize that this man is escalating. I'm not the type where I'll sit back and I'm going to let you I'm not. I'm past that point. I'm not about to do that, but I'm not going to argue back and forth with a man, because as soon as a man raises his voice, immediately I'm looking for a weapon so I can defend myself. So I stay out of confrontations. I don't need to prove who I am. If a man disrespects me and call me out of my name, I'm gonna call him out of his name. And but as soon as that man start balling his fist or walking up on me, you best believe I got a weapon up in my pocket. I will defend myself. I'm not going to start any trouble, but I will end it. So I can't relate to how you were a victim, but you're engaging with them. And that's why I always have said people can listen to any of my videos, my shorts. I have always said that Melly Cherie Rogers and Martell Hope are the two sides of the same coin. They are the same person. They know each other's triggers. They antagonize each other to get the other person to react. They both are reactive and impulsive. Look at little old me with only 1,200 subscribers, and all these people with thousands of subscribers, her cast members that have a business like Stormy Steele. And uh, she couldn't come on her live to defend them and tell her Melometers, Stormy isn't the one that recorded me. Me and Stormy don't have any issues. I even recorded my video at her house. We're fine. She didn't come out. She didn't say anything. She didn't protect her. But let little old me say something and just ask questions, because that doesn't make any sense to me. Why a multimillionaire would ask her subscribers to donate $100 so she can build water wells over in Africa. but you don't want to ask your Melometers to donate $100 to help you do something for your hometown. And instead, what a lot of you are doing is coming over here and trying to stop, deflect, and think you're going to distract me. No, you're not going to distract me. You can call out any other celebrity name, why this person isn't doing this and why what person isn't doing that. That ain't the question. Answer the question. I'm talking about Melody Cherie Rogers. Y'all want to talk about she gives back to the community? What has she given back? Somebody got up in my comments and said, well, she gave out a dinner during Thanksgiving to the homeless. Another person said she gives out during Easter. Somebody else said she gave out back to school supplies. I said, so you mean to tell me she's only doing stuff for the community once a year or during the holidays? During the holidays, or if there's a photo op? Nobody ever responded back. Then I had somebody say, do my research. Why would I need to do my research if I'm asking you a question? All you have to do is answer it. I don't need to do any research. So all of this stuff, you guys can say whatever you want to say. It's the same thing. You guys have speaking points. I'm gonna call Melody Cherie Rogers and the Melometers the Black Fox News Network because they are nothing but fake news. They don't know the truth if it hit them in the mouth, and they're fake. And baby, they are on par and just as bad as President Donald Trump supporters. Baby, 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 we have no room for cultish behavior when it comes to YouTube and reality television. Go ahead, Charlie. I'm sorry, I didn't went on my team.
No,
Hmm. It's a bunch of people. I saw my Auntie Donna in here. Auntie Donna. Uh, Sweet Apple. I love that you're here engaging and you're throwing all these negative comments up. But baby, in order for me to read your negative comment, you have to hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. That's $ misbehaving is fun. The only comments that are going to be highlighted and brought up to the stage is positive comments. Yeah, and celebrating folks' downfall. That's right, Tanya. Reporting they are closed, shows are canceled, and they are celebrating. It was terrible. Yeah, they always do that. They always do that. That's that slave mentality. They wouldn't do it to a white person. They wouldn't do it to a white producer. They wouldn't do it to a white network. It's almost like when you're at work. You can't even you want to work with black people, but if you're black and you have a position of authority, other black folks oftentimes they don't want to listen to you. They don't want to do their job. They want to sit down, smack their lips, argue, act like they're about to fight you. And then as soon as the white person come in and you could have more rank than them, they shucking and jiving. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. And just 15 minutes ago, you may have told them to do the same thing, and they want to tell you, I'm tired. Tired? What kind of dope are you on? What are you even here at the job for? Your job's not even that stressful. It's that brainwashing from slavery. It's that brainwashing for slavery from slavery. You want to tear down something, but I just hit it right on the nose. It is my my opinion. As I look at all the moving pieces, I believe they are trying to tear down and destroy anything surrounding Carlos Reginald King. I believe it is being done purposely. Don't be surprised if you start seeing shows created by Candy Burris Tucker and Todd Tucker Productions. Don't be surprised, because once upon a time, Candy had a show that would have aired on WeTV if it wasn't for, they said, Marlo Hampton and Chappelle. I forgot that guy name, but he made Candy's wedding dress. That dress was ugly. I don't know how y'all thought that dude was good. That new remember there was that time when they were making that mesh material on the wedding dresses. It didn't match her skin tone. It looked like them old nasty pantyhose that you would wear to church on Easter. The new color. Honey, it didn't even match. Um. So yes. hmm hmm And I did video yesterday. Hell, I do. I had mentioned in a video. Was it yesterday? It had to be yesterday. I did a video where I had mentioned when all of those Melometer content creators were celebrating and bragging about Black being cold, teasing Marsau Scott, who's in the blue right here on the right hand side beside this lovely lady, his wife, Letitia Scott. They made countless videos bragging, laughing. So when I did my video, I put up on there, I said, and truth be told, if you ask me, I said, the gag is, and I said, no, let me not say nothing. And I said, no, forget it. I'm going to go ahead and say something. The gag is, what if the store Black isn't even closed? And they're just pulling the wool over your eyes because they know y'all gonna run rampant with a story. You know, and guess what happened? Now all of a sudden it then came out that Black was never closed at all. But you don't see nobody doing no videos to mention that, do you? I said a long time ago, I don't know if it was last month I made the video, it could have been a couple of months, but I said I believe that there are some very wealthy people playing a game with us on social media. I don't do too many social media apps at all because it is my belief and my impression that as a Black person here in America, you should never assume that anything you say and do is private. They're always recording. And to Americans in general, no matter what your race is, socioeconomic status, your sexual gender status, you should always expect that someone is recording you. And I believe it makes me feel as if there are some wealthy people doing a social experiment here on YouTube to see how people act, to move around pieces so we can tear down each other. It is funny that any video that I make, whether it's positive about African Americans, there was a doctor, oh my God, if the video is on my channel, where she's a billionaire of God, Albert Einstein School of Medicine. And I believe she may be Jewish or maybe her husband was Jewish, but he passed away. And she's an educator there, and she may sit on the board right now, but she is a billionaire. She inherited the money from her husband, an old white lady, and all of the students in the medical school there will get to go to school for free into perpetuity. She did that, and I was so happy. That's what I'm talking about. There are some good people out there, whether you're Black, white, whatever, Asian, Latino, there are some good people out there. But the good people are afraid to speak up. The good people are afraid to stand up because oftentimes you are attacked or you're threatened, and you can't be afraid. That's why they continue to get away with these things. They continue to divide us and turn us against one another. But I do know I'm on my reparations check. Now I do know that. Now, if you want me to stop talking about a reparations check, baby, you just give me my check because all Black folks don't want no reparation check because we got a fragment of Black people. They talking about we ain't gonna never get it. We ain't gonna never get it. Well, shit, you ain't gonna get yours. You just sign that paper since you know we ain't gonna never get it. Sign this paper that you decline to receive it. Then we have a segment of Black folks, all they gonna do is go put the money back into the economy because you know some Black folks love to buy overpriced, shiny things. So if they put all that money back into the economy, what is it going to do? It's going to improve the economy, and that's going to help everybody, no matter if you're Black, white, Asian, Latino, It will help everybody because the economy will improve. They purposely want us down here fighting. They raised up the price on rent. They raised up the price on food. They decreased the amount of food. They're purposely contaminating the water sources, setting fires. They are creating a scenario so that we can turn on one another. You have only a handful of people that own all of the news organizations so they can put out what they want people to see on television, and they're starting to take over social media. That is the true reason why they want to get rid of TikTok. TikTok ain't doing nothing. Them Chinese folks ain't doing nothing more than what the United States government is doing up over here. They want control over it so they can control us. People are whining and crying. Look, it's a new election year, so you know they're about to raise up the heat between black folks and white folks. So that way we can have another ride of a fight and stuff because this is an election year. Y'all want to talk? Look, I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like Joseph Biden. They are the same person. The only difference is what I give Donald Trump credit for. He'll let you know he don't like you. He ain't gonna pretend and smile like he like you. President, let me not be disrespectful. President Joseph Biden has not done anything for the black community. We always got to wait for our reparations or anything for us. They got to do research. They need to do an audit. They need to see how this is going to turn out. But for anybody else, they can give them money. But we got to wait. Y'all know we are the descendants of enslaved people who were forcefully brought over here, tortured, experimented on, first to have children, family broken up, children taken away, sold. And when slavery ended, we never received any therapy. Any therapy. They're creating an environment and we're falling into the trap. They have black men hating black women hating black men, black women going to get plastic surgery, BBLs, tummy tucks. Do you know racism in healthcare is real? So you will allow somebody to stick metal objects in your body and tear your organs up and whatever else, and you don't know if you'll be able to have kids or not? Somebody that doesn't like you. I love being a nurse because I can help everybody. I can help everybody, no matter their color. I haven't had a patient nor a hospital complain about the nursing care that I provide. Hospital, prison, jail, you name it. But what I won't deal with is microaggression, racism. I won't be held hostage to a job because a lot of times what these employers do, they know you need that money, you need that job, you got bills to pay, and they talk crazy to you. They mistreat you. You have to bite the inside of your cheek and your lip because you need that job, you got bills, you got to take care of your kids. I was like that for many years, and dealing with so much racism and nobody hearing me. And then you have to be mindful of your facial expression, the way you stand, the tone of your voice. But to see these people doing this, and then you go to HR and you try to tell them, nobody does anything. People can yell at you. If you yell back, you're the problem, you're fired. If you cry because you're about to have a nervous breakdown, they say you're mentally unstable. She's not safe. If a white woman cry, everybody want to see what's going on, how to help her. You'll see a white woman cry and then dry her tears in 60 seconds. Baby, bye. Do y'all remember that trend that was up on TikTok where they were showing white women crying like they had been abused, and white women were crying, and then they slowly stopped crying and started smiling to show you how they turned it on and turned it off. Baby, don't let me get on a tangent. Don't let me get on a tangent. Don't let me get on a tangent. If y'all don't want to hear me, the powers that be, just give me my reparations check so I can buy me a little plot of land, build me a house on there, and be happy and peaceful. And I can finally build my own nursing home or build me an assisted living home to take care of people. Hell, I know all the black folks can't come to my community, but baby, the ones that's gonna do right, Come on, we got to get it together. It's too many wealthy black folks in America for you not to want to give back to your community, and then you turn your nose down because they don't have the education you have or the money that you have, and you think that white folks like you. That's what I call black folks, white identified, because they want to be accepted by white folks. They want to look good for white folks. They don't want to be embarrassed by us. So that's why I asked that question. When I asked that question, it wasn't just pertaining to Melody Cherie Rogers. The question was, why do Americans, wealthy Americans, go over to Africa to build wells and orphanages? More specifically, why do well to do African Americans, whether they've earned their money from entertainment, the entrepreneurs, or playing sports, why the first thing they do, they want to run over to Africa and build a water well and an orphanage? Why not go to your community and build it up? I'll give somebody credit, and this is probably one reason they don't like LeBron James that plays basketball. LeBron James is from Ohio. What did he do? He built a school. He gives back to the community. And he's still with his black wife. Still with his black wife. Now you can love and marry whoever you want to, but I'm going to tell you this right now. Only a black child can come from the womb of a black woman. Catch that. Let me say it one more time. Only a black child can come from the womb of a black woman. Once upon a time, I was a young teenager, and I remember Miss C. Dolores Tucker when she came out and was against rap music. She talked about how rap music was misogynistic, calling black women bitches and disrespectful. And I was a young girl back then, and I said, well, they not talking about me. That was a lot of our mindsets back then. We carry ourselves with class, they not talking to me. And that's what the guys would say. We ain't talking about you, we talking about her. Uh-huh. Am I the only one that can't hear? I'm back. I'm back, Siren. Hey, Siren. Sugar Brown. No sound misbehaving. Okay, let's see. Audio. Ah, I wonder why I don't have any sound. Okay, I think somebody said it's back. Look, I'm telling you, that's YouTube. YouTube said, Heifer, you want to talk about the government? Yeah, we doing an experiment, and let's show you how we doing it. Yeah, I ain't no fool. I told y'all better watch my video, Hypervigilance. I had did a video. I had to remake that video, but the first copy that I had did, I was out running errands, and it was so good. I mean, I was talking good. It was a nice one, and I had got good views on there. And baby, I don't know. When you get over 50, you start getting tired sometimes. So I messed around and accidentally deleted it. And now um, I noticed a couple of days later on YouTube, my watch hours went down. And so I said, I don't know, it's because I deleted that video, because I deleted it from StreamYard and from YouTube. So I don't know. I don't know, but it be some strange things. Sometimes I can see my videos, it'll have a high view count. Then when you click on it to look at the analytics ain't even matching. Like I had one of these videos that I had did, it had 700 views. I think it was Do You Want Smoke With Me? Was it I think it was that. I think it had 700 views, but when you click on it, it said it only had 58 views. And I'm like, that don't even match. Somebody playing with me. They playing games with me. Good thing I don't depend on this check. That's what I'm saying. You can peacefully coexist, Melody Cherie Rogers, because I know you in the clouds, you listening. You might be under your Finsta account. Is there such a thing as a Finsta account here on YouTube, or do we just call it a troll account? But I definitely know it's some Melometers in the cloud listening. Please hit the like. Please hit the like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. But baby, Let me tell you something, Melody Cherie Rogers. I don't hate you. If you took the time to listen to my videos, whether they're boring or not, and hear the information in there, you would know that I don't dislike you. I don't hate you. I like everyone on the show. I just don't like your ways, and I'm gonna call it out. And I'm gonna tell you exactly when it started with the Destiny. How I saw you hanging with and off these and agreeing with the stuff. I kept track of each millimeter. That's when I started noticing everybody paying attention, because that's one thing when you have experience and survived trauma, you develop these uh protection mode habits. And I pay attention to everything, not just what you say, not just what you do. I'm looking at the body language. I'm trying to see if your actions match. I'm looking at everything. Always check the surroundings. So I pay attention to who's where, who's what. And I started noticing you would be in specific content creators' chats, and then in turn they would be in your chats. There's some things I've noticed lately, like with this misdiagnosis. I'm gonna go ahead and say your name because you wanted me to go live with you and all this, whatever. I deal with you tomorrow, but baby, I'm beefing for dollars. But let me tell you something, misdiagnosis, I know you were sent as a distraction because people were turned off by the fact that Melanie made that post referring to me as a little crazy YouTube lady. And when I shared in my videos my background of being a child that survived sexual abuse, physical abuse, and as an adult, physical abuse, and how I help and give back when I'm not even a millionaire, I'm not a thousandaire, baby, I'm 100 there. I live check to check, but I still find it in me and I help those less fortunate than me. I love being a nurse, love helping patients. I buy clothes for inmates in prisons and jails. If it's a nursing home, someone that doesn't have a family member that can come visit them. Some of these nursing homes, they don't even have the right food for patients that are on special diets. I've went out and purchased the food myself and brought it to them. I can remember a lady one time on the Alzheimer's unit, and this was many years ago. And I was not an RN at that time. I was an LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse. I haven't shared this story, but I'm gonna share it right now. This lady did not have any family. When they brought her, she only had one outfit on. And the place that I was working, it was fancy. It was for well to do people, wealthy people. This lady was not wealthy. The only reason she got to come to stay there is because whoever was in charge of her, taking care of her, they had filed a lawsuit against a nursing home that this lady was at. And this lady had eloped from the nursing home. And so a lawsuit was filed. And so there was a big settlement. So that nursing home ended up having to pay for this lady to be at the expensive place that I've worked. And this was a locked unit for people with dementia with varying stages. So she didn't have any clothes. And so what I did is I went and bought her clothes, and she was the only black patient on that unit, on that unit. And I wanted her to fit in because you had all these rich people who family were coming and doing things for them. Hell, I had a patient, her daughter came to me and she said, Haven, she said, I don't know how mom remembers your name. Because at the time, my sister used to work there. I wish I could have my sister on the live. My sister is a housekeeper. She's good. She has her own business now, but she was a housekeeper there. And my sister and I look the same. We favor. The only thing, my sister is about as skinny as a baby. She's skinny, skinny. So I had ended up quitting my job because I had ended up quitting that job. Oh, I loved that job. I would go volunteer. I would come paint the lady, give them pedicures and stuff. I loved that job. Um anyway, so one day my sister was at work and the patient went to my sister And she's asked my sister, did Haven come back? Because I heard Haven quit. And my sister said, no, my sister, she's not coming back. She's already working somewhere else. So the lady went to her mother and she said, Mom, that's not Haven. And her mother told her, yes, it is. Yes, it is. That is Haven. And she said, Mom, no, she isn't. Haven quit. And she said, there she is right there. She's dressed as the janitor. She said they work her so hard. She's the nurse. She come give us our medicine and they have her working as the janitor. They just work her so hard. And so what I say that to say this, I give back even if I don't have it. There was a time when I had $60 to my name, $60 to my name. And I met a man at a gas station. He walked up to me. I had $60 to my name and a credit card. I still have the two credit cards. And I was about to get gas and I was getting gas with the credit card and he came up and asked me if I could put gas in his car. He was stranded and he didn't have any way to get home. And I told him, man, I don't have no money. I said, I'm going through something personal and hard right now. I don't even have any money. All I have is $60 to my name, $60 in a credit card. Well, of course, I'm not about to give him my credit card. And then I may have needed my credit card to go stay at a hotel. So something in me told me to give him $20. I had three $20 bills. Something said, give him the $20. I went ahead and I said, excuse me, sir. And because he told me, I asked him, where did he live? Where was he trying to go? You know, I'm asking questions to him. So he told me. So I gave him $20. But before I let that $20 go, I told him, and tears started welling up in my eyes. I said, I'm gonna give you this $20 and this hopefully this is enough to help you get back home. And I said, and I really don't have it to give. I'm going through a hard time right now. I don't have it to give. I said, but all I want you to do is if you ever come across someone that is in need of help, pay it forward and give it to them. And he said, yes, ma'am, I will. I said, give it to them. So I go ahead, I put the gas in my car, and then I start driving. I start driving. I get on in there and start driving. So I don't know what anyone's religion is. You know, if you believe in Jah, Jehovah, Allah, whoever, Buddha, or just believe in a higher power, a spiritual being. I truly believe when you're good to people and you do right by people, it'll come back to you. I know there's somebody looking out for me and watching over me because there have been so many things that I have gone through. So for Melody to think it would be wise, well, we'll send misdiagnosis to get at misbehaving because misdiagnosis is a mental health patient. So it won't look bad to see a woman that has mental illness attacking another woman with PTSD. It won't look bad. I know that's the plan is to distract me, but I'm not focused on misdiagnosis because actually, I'm disappointed in her. So you think it's cool for people to use or try to belittle someone that has a mental illness by referring to them as the little crazy YouTube lady? Uh, Misdiagnosis wasn't even aware what my diagnosis was. So people are giving her talking points and speaking points, and she doesn't even know the information about me. I know she's sent to distract me, but I won't be distracted. I'm going to stay focused and I'm going to call out things that are incorrect. What I'm doing, the videos that I'm making, you guys that have a problem and say I'm tearing down Melody, you tell me what's so different from the content creators that support her. Go look at uh De Silva's channel and look at her videos and see how she talks about the cast members on the show in a negative light. Go on Queen Sheba's channel and look at the videos. Go on When Tay Talks channel Drop the Mic, Brown Skin Girl, Ebony the Best, Tea Talk with Your Girl, Sassy TV from the 803, Trending at Some Point, Here for Hot Tea. Who's somebody else that came up? I'll tell you who's somebody whose channel has blown up, and I think it's been less than 30 days, definitely less than 60 days. Uh Coco. Tell to your girl Coco. She's now at 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to build up your channel quickly and rapidly, you have to dox, harass, or bash Letitia Scott, Marsall Scott, Kimmy Scott, Maurice Scott, Martell Hope, Stormy Steele, and anybody else that Melody Cherie Rogers doesn't like or they perceive to have slighted her in some sort of way. That's what they do. Maurice Scott, that's the gentleman next to the woman in the pink. So he's allegedly suing content creators here on YouTube. He gave a warning. He gave a warning. I remember when Miss Black Titanic had the information up there. He gave them a warning to take it down. That's all they had to do was take it down, apologize, or whatever. They ran a background check on this man and made it look like he was some type of big time drug dealer out of Detroit, Michigan. Baby, they would have you believe that he was a member of Black Mafia family. Baby, make it make sense. But they'll tell new people that find their channel or are unfamiliar with what occurred that the reason he's suing them because they're calling him derogatory names based off comments he made on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville is still on Oprah Winfrey Network on OWN. You can watch the shows on demand. And I challenge each of you, go back from season 1 and watch it on up until currently. Currently, it's off air because the season ended. It's scheduled to return sometime in the summer of 2024. I don't hate or dislike anybody on the show. As in fact, I was a big time Melody Cherie Rogers fan. I just wasn't no Melometer because, honey, I'm independent. I can critically think, and I'm not going to go crazy like that. I compare it to how I react. How would I react? I was married before because I was under the illusion, like so many other people, that when the show first aired, this affair or whatever else was something new, when they had already had problems. So, misdiagnosis, you're from Chicago. So I was already warned and reminded by someone that likes me a lot. And due to me being a subscriber for years over in the beef sector and seeing horrible things that happen over there, let me tell you this. If you listen to my videos, you'll learn about me and know. And I know you haven't listened. I'm also from Chicago. I called my sister. I said, you know what? This chick from Chicago. And she sound like my cousin, one of our cousins. And I said, I would really hate to beef with her and then find out that she's one of the younger cousins because I've been gone from Chicago for so many years and I have a very large family in Chicago. But again, I'm over the age of 50. And those of you that are in Chicago, because I know misdiagnosis, you might be hanging up in the cloud. Oh, yes, baby, I'm definitely from Cook County. I'm a Cook County baby. Cook County. And I grew up in the Ickies before I left and went to California at the age of 10. And those of you over the age of 50, and those of you that might be in your 40s, I don't know when they tore down the Ickies, but the Ickies is the nickname for the projects, and it was located on 22nd and State Street in Chicago. I'm from Chicago. So it must be something in the water. It must be something in the water. Isn't that amazing? You know, a lot of African Americans migrated north, and Chicago was one of the major cities after slavery ended, you know, to obtain jobs and so forth. It seems like everybody, almost everybody that's from Chicago suffers from mental illness. Look at Kanye West, misdiagnosis, and myself, and so on and so on, and so many others. There is people that are diagnosed with mental illness and some that are undiagnosed. But I know one thing, I don't think it's funny to make light of people that suffer from mental illness. We need to stop that stigma so people can receive help. Yeah. So yeah, misdiagnosis. I'll wrap with you at 10 a.m. But you were sent to distract me so you and I can go back and forth. But unlike you, I have a career, so I don't have the ability to where I can sit up on YouTube 24 hours a day. I have a career and I have a family. I have a child that I'm raising that requires additional assistance. Luckily, his father helps. So I prioritize how I utilize my time. My family comes first, my job is second, YouTube is third. YouTube is a hobby, it's not my source of life support. So I just want you to understand that, period, point blank. So thanks to Melody Cherie Rogers and the Melometers, I am the clout. I am the clout. I told you if it ain't directed, it ain't respected. You dropped in my comments. Baby, I ain't beefing for free. I'm beefing for dollars. Girl, what part don't you understand? I'm beefing for dollars. I ain't beefing for free. Girl, the only person I'm finna beef with for free, come on, Melody Cherie. She already sent for me. She did everything I needed her to do. Thank you. And for y'all running along YouTube talking about she with Anthony Lofty's, she with Scott's, she know Miss Wanda. I don't know none of those people. I don't hate Anthony. I just know when he was a millimeter, y'all were 10 toes down for him and y'all supported everything he did. It wasn't until he asked you guys the question, if she had done something, would you hold her accountable? Then Melody came out and did that Instagram live, and it was back in December because I was up in California at that time. And when the baby, I need not say anymore. I was in there. And then afterwards, shortly after, Anthony was excommunicated. Then his whole demeanor changed. His whole demeanor changed. It seemed like, it's like a drug. You guys are high off a drug with power. You figure, y'all keep saying, get with the winning team, get with the winning team. Money, make it mail, money, make it mail. Money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil. You have to put morals over money. I like money. I love money, but I'm not about to let money rule me. I have integrity. I have a heart. I keep saying, Lord, bless me, Jesus, so I can be a blessing to other people, Father. Bless me so I can be a blessing to other people. There are so many things I want to build. I want to build a nursing home, state of the art. I want to build a daycare for children with special needs, a room that's interactive so children that can't talk or confined to a wheelchair, they could just move their arms and it'll play music or it'll play. it's so many things I want to do for people less fortunate than me. I wanted, I'm gonna just share my dream, and I don't even care if anybody steals the idea because I've shared it many times before. When I was a CNA, and this wealthy man, I was taking care of him, going to school to become a licensed practical nurse. Because y'all, I started from the bottom, and I never wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to be a math teacher. And see, growing up in California, it's so diverse. As an African American, as a black person, you don't realize racism until you leave California, baby, and head back to the Midwest or down south. Oh, baby, you get your wake up call real quick. And I got a wake up call. I got a wake up call. You hear me? But anyway, I'm sitting there reading my books while the gentleman is laying there. And I had to change him. He was a hospice patient, wealthy man. Baby, you can tell money. It was stuff like I had never seen before, driving up the house to see the green grass. Baby, I ain't never seen that color green before in my life. You come up in the house, I had never seen anything like that in my life. And I remember his son-in-law reminded me of Thurston Howell, the man from Gilligan's Island. Some of y'all are too young. Y'all ain't gonna remember that show. But anyway, um, I would come and take care of him, and I would go to school. I would work at night, do the night shift, go to school full time. And I have a friend that one day I will have her on a live so she can talk to you all. She was an older lady, much older than me, very spiritual, and she would watch my girls for me. And see, ladies and gentlemen over the age of 50, that bit of information that I'm sharing with you would be considered information that people would use to dox me. But anyway, I'm not scared because, baby, ain't nobody mad but the devil. And if you're mad at anything that misbehaving is saying, baby, chances are the devil is you. So anyway, I'm with him one night, and at first he never talked. He never talked, and I go to the bed to change him, and he has a concentrator. He's in an air bed, and he's real thin. He's real thin. So when I turn him over to clean him, he had a bowel movement. And he said, this has to be the worst job in the world. And I said, and once I turned him back over, I said, no, sir, it's not the worst job in the world. I said, you know how I said it's a good job. I said, you know how some people do a job just to do it because they have to. I said, but it doesn't feel like a job. I love what I do. And he didn't say anything. He just laid there. So the next night, I love jazz music. Don't question me as if I'm an aficionado for jazz, because I am not. But I love jazz music. Charlie Parker, all of them. The Kim. I can't stop loving you, girl. Uh, I'm strictly dickly, but that's the words to the song. But you know, hey, baby, I would listen to jazz. I would listen to classical music because to me, it stimulates my brain when I'm reading, when I'm cleaning, or whatever else. So anyway, I bring my little CD player, and some of you young folks, y'all ain't gonna know what a CD player is because y'all too young. Y'all too young. Y'all too young. But anyway, today's price ain't yesterday's price. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Shout out to VS Icon from the VS3 sector, baby. I had to borrow that from her. But hold on just a second, you guys. Okay, thank you. So anyway, I come with my little CD player and I put the jazz on. And jazz is playing and I'm up all night. And I would read at night by a candle. You know, I would read my nursing school books. And I was the only black nurse in the class. And it's something about being black and the only one. As a child, my mother always expected us to get the best grades. You couldn't bring an A home, even though we're living in the projects. You couldn't bring anything home less than an A. And as I got older, it affected me where I had to be the best. Not only did I have to be the best, but if I'm black amongst other people, I have to be a best because I'm a reflection of my people. And I don't want them to think bad of us. So anyway, it's morning time and I go ahead, my shift ends and I leave. When I come back the next night, that night, he was awake because I would do 12-hour shifts. And he said, Haven? And I said, yes, sir. He said, what do you know about that good music? Old white man, wealthy, wealthy, wealthy. I can't tell his name. Ooh, they said he gave, well, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But he said, Haven, what you know about good music? And honey, I got this thing. I'm curvy, baby. I got breast booty, okay? Breast and booty. It ain't no injection, baby. Homegrown US beef, baby. Curves, that swerve. You hear me? But I got this habit like when I'm about to get somebody together, I have prop my hip to the side and put my hand on my hip. And I said, what you mean? What I know about this good music? I said, my people created this good music. And he just bursted out laughing. And then he started sharing stories with me that of people that he jazz musicians that he's met. And there's a barbecue place and I don't want to say where it is. Well, shit, it doesn't matter because it's about to come anyway. Here on YouTube, you tell your story. Don't let nobody else tell it for you, and always tell the truth, because if you lie and try to pretend to be somebody that you're not, honey, they will get you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spill it. There is a well-known barbecue place in Louisville, Kentucky. So if there's anybody from Louisville, Kentucky, and if you're black, some black folks might say Louisville, Kentucky, where a lot of well-known jazz musicians, the greats, would go and perform, and he met them. And and I said, really? So, we just conversed over that. So then one day he got a pep in his step because I started cooking too. I would cook when I get there because he was on a special diet. Uh, he was on fluid restriction and whatever else. And then I told his wife, I said, Miss Moneybags. I said, how come Mr. Moneybags can't eat whatever he wants? And she said, well, Haven, I said, well, isn't he a hospice patient and they've given him less than 6 months to live? She said, yes. I said, well, allow him to eat whatever he wants to his heart's content. Let him eat whatever he wants because he would eat sliced strawberries and you put sugar on the top and let it sit for a while. And oh, he just loved that. But baby, he didn't know nothing about no smothered potatoes. I don't know what y'all call them, but you know how you fry the potatoes and put the onions and put a little water in there and put the lid up on there. Baby, that man loved him some smothered potatoes. He would look for me to come to work every time I would come to work. So we developed a friendship. So my nickname for him was King Moneybags, and his nickname for me was Queen Haven. So those, no, I called him King Moneybags, and I was Queen Haven. So we would laugh and we would have fun, and he would look for me. So anyway, his son-in-law came one day to visit, and I was in the study room sitting in there because oftentimes they wouldn't want you to sit in the room. They want you to stay in the study room, and they would just have the intercom in there if he needed something. And so anyway, his son-in-law comes in there to talk to me. Oh, you're from California. Yeah, my daughter's in California with her husband. And I don't know. He maybe he was WASP. He was a white Anglo-Saxon. What is it? Protestant. But he had that talk like that upper East Coast wealthy, that wealthy talk right there. So anyway, I just listened to him and I was cordial. So then one day I was in the room, and so the power went out in the house, and the wife was at the kennel club. And so the power went out in the house because it was a huge storm. So I had to carry him from his inflatable bed, his mattress, the his hospital bed with the inflatable mattress, and I put had to carry him over to the twin bed that was in the room with him, and then take comforters, pillows, whatever I could to prop up the mattress because his head had to be up high because he had end stage congestive heart failure, CHF. So anyway, the alarm in their house is going off because the power went out. I've lit candles around the house. He's lying there, and I'm reading my school book. His wife, we can't get a hold of her. I don't know the number to the kennel club. So we're sitting in the room, and then he asked me, I shared my background with him and told him how told me I was going to make a damn good nurse. And I told him that my first love was math. I wanted to be a math teacher. I wasn't thinking about becoming a nurse. And I said, it was out of circumstance. I was laid off from work. I needed a job. People wouldn't hire me because of my color, and I got accepted into the nursing program. I had got accepted into the RN, the registered nurse program, but the school advisor, check this out, the school advisor talked me out of it. She said, a lot of people waste their time going to nursing school and they don't like it. She said, why don't you become a certified nurse assistant? She said, and see if you like it. I'm not thinking because, again, I'm from California. I'm thinking everything's fair. Everything's fair, everything's right. So, anyway, the certified nurse assistant program, it was only for 5 weeks. And then I got a job, I passed. And when I got on the floor my first day working as a certified nurse assistant, I loved it. It didn't feel hard. It was like taking care of your grandmother or your grandfather. I know people got mad at me when I first started because I would move the patients over really slow and gently in the bed. All they had to do was grunt or moan. I thought I was hurting them. I remember one time I gave a patient a shower and it took me an hour, and so the supervisor came in there and she was like, Haven, what is taking you so long? And I said, because I gave him a shower. I bathed him the patient. She said, Haven, in that amount of time, the other girls have already had 10 patients bathed. Baby, I started crying. I said, well, they couldn't possibly be cleaning them well. So anyway, I shared that story with him, and then I found out I could have gone to a well-known university, free ride. He was aware that I had my kids and I was single at that time. And I could have went to, well, hell, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Y'all gonna dox me anyway. I'm not welcoming it, but I know some of y'all are devilish and evil, and I've been too good to people in law enforcement and in high places that they ain't gonna let that shit ride. But anyway, this gentleman, I could have attended Purdue University on a full scholarship, a full ride for engineering. But I told him, no, I want to be a nurse. I want to be a nurse. So oftentimes I've met people in my life that have opened doors. They said God send people in your life to open doors for you, and it's for you to walk through. And oftentimes I just never did because I wasn't paying attention because I truly love being a nurse. But the state of healthcare, just like any other job, it's all about money. They don't put the patients first. That's why I want to open my own business because I have a firm belief that if you treat people right, treat the patients right, you will be blessed. That money will come back to your organization. Stop trying to try to save a buck and treat people right. Stop discharging people from the hospital when you know they're not stable. Stop harassing nurses. And then when nurses cut the line, a lot of these nurses, what they'll do, they'll copy and paste somebody else's documentation on the patient. Sometimes they're copying and pasting the wrong information. Some of these nurses aren't going in there doing a head to toe assessment. You are supposed to do a head to toe assessment on all of your patients to know what's going on, the condition of their skin, so on and so forth, so you can have a baseline. I would always listen to a nurse report, but I don't trust nobody documentation because I got to check for myself. So if there's a change in the patient's condition and there's signs that they're deteriorating, I know what to do, and I call the doctor and let them know. Let me activate rapid response. Shit, if the nursing supervisor don't want to get involved, and or the unit manager tell me, no, I don't trust your assessment, or the patient will be all right. Hell no. I'm calling rapid response. Rapid response. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So anyway, I done went on a tangent, y'all. We done been up here. Let me try to get to y'all comments. I am so sorry because there are 27 comments here. I do apologize. Let me see. Nicole, I see you. Bird Smith. Don't hate on Letitia Scott and Marsau Scott. They're a lovely family. They had the Black Expo. It's the fans. It's the fans and the trolls. Fans plus trolls. You're the one keeping this conflict and drama going, continuing. We're not tearing down anybody. I definitely know I'm not. I'm not tearing anybody down. I'm just responding. If you got beef with me, baby, we gonna be beefing forever and ever and ever until you apologize to me. We gonna be beefing forever. I don't want to hear nothing about you can't control nobody. Yes, you can. All you got to do is make a statement. That does not reflect my brand. It does not represent me, and I don't agree with it. You choosing to remain silent, you are an accomplice and you agree to their behavior. So I know that there are content creators who opinions different from mine, but I believe that if celebrities started getting sued for what their fans do, it would change. Celebrities should no longer be able to remain silent when their supporters, their fans, are out harassing, doxing, bashing, and stalking people. Hold the celebrity. That's my belief. Hold the celebrity accountable. Yeah. I'm not about to blame the content creators. I'm going to blame the celebrity because they were aware of it. They support them. They're in their chats. They do business with them. Yeah, blame the celebrity because if you cut the head off the snake, the body will fall. And they'll just go find somebody else to follow. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I see you, Bird Smith. But if you want your comment to be highlighted, you have to hit the Cash App. You have to hit the Cash App. She's lovely, Liz. You said I believe she's paying content creators to keep talking about folks. I don't believe Green Sheba. Oh, Green Sheba. Queen Sheba was in Huntsville. That was probably Melanie's nosy behind driving by. No, Queen Sheba did go up to the door. She showed it. I was in one of the Melometers chats. I mean, they showed it on the video. So yeah, no, that wasn't Melody. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't have. If you want your negative comment highlighted, you have to hit the Cash App. That is misbehaving is fun. Misbehaving is fun. I'm not highlighting uh, any negative comments. You got to pay for that pleasure, baby. You got to pay for that pleasure. Let me see what else. Oh, dang, BS, you still here? All right. Look, now y'all know when I get, see, I can handle 40 people. I'm going down the line. Now, when I get them large crowds like VSI come, baby, y'all, I ain't gonna be highlighting like that. And then I will have to get a moderator, and y'all definitely gonna have to super chat it or something. But don't super chat it. Send it to my Cash App, because YouTube treating us like some hoes. They the pimp. They want their portion. Don't do that. Just send it to the content creator. Send your money to the content creator via Cash App. And just tell them. Highlight my comment. I'm in the chat. Highlight it. Uh-huh. Oh, Nicole. Oh, Nicole, you a ride or die. I know that's right, Nicole. Thank you, thank you. Hope your baby is doing good up in school, in nursing school, or was that you? Blessed and highly favored. Hey, blessed and highly favored. We're blessed and highly favored. Anyway, I got off tangent about the rich man. So the family came in during the winter storm when the power was out. So the wife came, they called somebody and they were able to turn off the alarm. The son-in-law, everybody, I guess they probably thought the worst. Can you imagine? It's a storm. You're pulling up to your big mansion. The lights are off. The alarms are blaring. And thinking, what the hell happened? Like, he's in there and you know, he was a hospice patient. So you can imagine. But yeah, they all came in there, wife, son in law, son, whatever. Then finally they were able to get the power on. I think they had a generator or something. I guess all rich folks, I think, got a generator in their house because their power came back on once they came. And so the we blew the air back up on the mattress on the hospital bed as it was inflating. Then, when it was time to transfer him from the bed into the wheelchair, I almost lost my step and I almost fell forward on King Moneybag. So his son-in-law said, "Hey, be careful." No, I almost fell backward into the window pane. That's what it was. I almost fell because they had in this room the window, it was from the ceiling down to the floor. It was all glass, but they had the square like tic-tac-toe, the little wood all across. So when I went to put him in the wheelchair, I slipped and almost fell to the window. And here go the son-in-law. Whoa, be careful. That's expensive. And I said, I'm fine. I said, I would never do anything to damage my beautiful face. So I go ahead and I get wheel Mr. King Moneybags over to the bed and put him in the bed. So the next day when I came back to work, he said, Queen Haven. I said, yes, King Moneybags. He said, what is your impression of my son-in-law? I said, I don't like him at all. I don't like him one bit. And he started laughing. He said, touche. So I've met rich people, poor people, but I treat everybody the same. It's not about the title, it's about the person. You know, a leader leads by example. And so, yeah, thanks to Melody Cherie Rogers and the Melometers, I am the clout. Yeah, that's right, Tanya. Inside and arrive. Uh-huh. Bird. Bird. In the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector, over 97%, possibly 98% of the content creators that do content on Love and Marriage Huntsville, they speak favorably of Melody Cherie Rogers and they speak negatively of the other cast. They've gone to retrieve court records, they've gone any business ventures that they're aligned with, they contact the owner to get those partnerships ruined. Any speaking engagements that they might be invited to. They reach out to get them removed from the panel, affecting their ability to earn any type of money. People have gone now, they have done negative things. So what I do is stuff that I see on the Melometers channel, or what I see on Melody Cherie Rogers Instagram channel. I screen record everything and I watch so I know, or what I see on the show. Those are the only things I address. What I see on the show, what I see herself say on her Instagram lives, or when she's on a Melometer in their chat, or what they say, because I know they're heavy supporters of her. So I'm not doxing, harassing, bashing. Well, yeah, I'm bashing. Let me get rid of that, because we've already learned that the word bash is criticism, severe criticism. So I am criticizing because I think for a woman that professed be so godlike and angelic, and God told her go, and she's a child and she's peaceful and she wants the best for everyone, she does the devilish things. So you guys don't like that I say that. I am doing the same thing that all of those other content creators do, except I'm pointing out the bad things that Melody does, that she has shown, her Melometers has shown, and what's shown on the show. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. So when you guys hop in my comment section talking about I'm tearing her down, I'm tearing down a black woman and pray for her, I don't know if prayer gonna help her. Y'all keep praying for her. I don't wish ill will on her. I want the best for her. But until she speaks out against the things that her fans are doing, then no, I'm going to offer counterbalance. You have a yin and a yang, a good and a bad, a pro and a con. I'm giving you guys two sides of a story. We don't have any content creators that are out here talking about positively about the other cast members, about the good things they're doing, this, that, and the other. The only one you can count them on one hand. I know Real Talk with Lady D. She's not specifically, her content is diverse. She talks about black history, changes, movements, spiritual, but she talks about Love and Marriage Huntsville. But you will see that it's supporting black business, uplifting the black community, and so forth, because her take is she is a business owner. So that's what she relates to. I know Real Talk with Lady D. Who else may say something about Love and Marriage Huntsville? Speak with Your Girl Marcella is another one. Well, sure enough, Miss Wanda, she don't come on all the time, but she gonna say something, because she gonna ride for her daughter, Letitia Scott, as she should. She gonna ride for the Scott family, as she should. Um, and truthfully, a lot of content creators that are on here, they're truthfully, um, some are afraid to even say anything because they don't want to get on their bad sides, meaning Melody, Cherie Rogers, and the Melometers. So, yep, yep, yep. Hey, Miss Linda Young. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Somebody else put that in my chat. They said they're no different from Beyonce's fan. Well, I don't recall any of the members of the Beehive attacking Jay Z or her backup dancers. So, yeah. So, oh, your baby's on the honor roll. Congratulations. Okay, you guys hit the like button. We're about to wind down. Lord, I've been on this live too long, but I am thankful that y- you were willing to stay here with me and hang out with me. 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 is a good luck number. 9 is a good luck number. Yes, it is. The Holy Trinity times 3 is 9. 9 is a lucky number. So, It was something I was going to say to you all. Because I'm gonna go through here and see if there's anybody else I forgot to highlight. Hey, Miss Logical Speaks, how you doing? How you doing? And I'm gonna close this out because you guys have hung with me long enough. Hold on, let me see. Who is this? Blessed and highly favored. LOL, right. And they're nowhere near the beehive momentum, but in their demented minds, they are on the same level. Dreadful. All of it sadistic and diabolical to worship idols. That's right. That's right. And one thing about me, I don't like to kick nobody when they're down. Even if I'm mad at you, I don't want to kick you when you're down. When it seems like everybody's dog piling on you, hell, I'll even apologize if I've hurt your feelings. And that's the problem. Too many people are prideful. They don't want to apologize and recognize. What is it? The difference between the beehive and slow eaters is Melody works for a network and has co-workers ensemble cast. That's right. Miss B is a performer. No co-workers perform with her. An ensemble cast. That's right. That's right. That is right. We are closing down. We are closing down, you guys. We are closing down. I'm going to take this off, this banner, because we don't need it anymore. And I am going to, I don't want that. I don't want that. This is what I want. That's what I want. Uh, Let me hide that. All right. There we go. Total subscribers 1,213. Y'all, I'm going to get better at this. I promise. Dear Melometers, thanks to Melody Shari Rogers and the Melometers, I am the clout. Ever since Melody Shari posted this on her Instagram page with over 600,000 followers, and to the little crazy YouTube lady who questioned what I do to give back, do your research. You ain't paying me enough to do it for you. Ain't that something? Now let me block you, pretty girl. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I tell you, little old me. And I got 36 people in my chat, baby. Thank you. Thank you. But I know one thing. Today's price is not yesterday's price. And then tomorrow it's gonna change. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying. But thank you to Carlos King, the king of reality TV, often imitated but can't be duplicated. You were able to get your show on a major network, two major networks. Ain't that something, baby? Ain't that something? hmm I don't know. But hey, guys, mark my word, because stuff that I've been thinking about, and it seems like it's playing out, but mark my word, Portia Williams then got that deal with NBC Universal for scripted shows. Her and Melody Cherie Rogers are two peas in a pod. They're tight. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. It's a lot going on. Here's a good saying: believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. Uh huh. Uh huh. But all right, y'all. Y'all done hang with me. Y'all done hung with me. Y'all done hung with a sister this long. Let's see. Three more people that came in. Just see. Let's see, Logical. I'm good and you misbehaving? Yes, ma'am. I'm doing fine, Miss Logical. Just fine. And I will be going live at 10 a.m. because I heard somebody was looking for me. And the title of the video is called Dear Melometers. I ain't beefing for free. So they better hit that cash app. You're great, misbehaving. It's about quality, not quantity and numbers. You didn't have to buy subscribers. You have honest subs. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Nicole. Yes, ma'am. And I have never been worried about that or impressed. I know it'll come in due time because there has always been a practice over in the beef sector. Um, and I'm going to put my whole face up on there, baby, because I don't care how much y'all try to say I'm ugly and talk about that wig, baby. That's that ass kicking wig. That's an ass kicking wig that your grandma would wear when she would go to church. That same grandma, if you cut up, she gonna pinch you in church. That same grandma that's cooking those salmon croquettes and that smothered potatoes, and you get to cut them up, and she tell you to go outside and get that switch. That's what kind of wig that is. That wig tells you to proceed with caution. I remember when Nene Leak said that. Proceed with caution. Baby, that's that wig that uh Miss Laura Hayes. Who remembers Laura Hayes from Def Comedy Jam? When she said her and her sisters was rolling and riding in the car and she snatched up off that wig. Yeah, baby, that's that wig right there, baby. That ain't no glue. We ain't pulling out no edges. It's when it's time to get activated, baby. Pull up off that wig and tell somebody and shove it in your purse. Hold my purse. Shit, that's why when you fight, you make sure you have somebody you trust around you, whether it's a family member, so they can hold your purse and you get busy. So y'all can say whatever you want to, baby. I know I'm fine. I know I'm fine, baby, and I'm hella sexy. Baby, I'm fine and I'm sexy, baby. Sexy. Love those black features, baby. I love that strong black African nose. I love it, baby. You better. I can smell real good. I can smell when you're full of shit. I can smell when you're up to no good. I can smell when you're lying. I can smell when you're faking. And I can smell when you're pulpit pimping, baby. Them beautiful lips, those teeth, that skin. Oh, baby, that skin. Catch that, baby, that skin. I am fine, baby. Best believe that. There's nothing you can say that would dampen my belief in what I look like. You cannot affect my self-esteem. You can't do that. I'm a black woman in America. I'm a black woman from the hood. I'm a black woman that had to go to college full time, work full time, and raise my daughters on my own. I am the survivor of sexual abuse and physical abuse, baby. You can't break me. Baby, you can't break me. You're going to waste your time. And as I said before, I'm beefing for dollars. You were sent to distract me, misdiagnosis. You were sent to distract me. And I won't be distracted. I just need you to answer this question. Since when multimillionaires are asking their fans to donate $100 to them to build a water well in Africa and then turn around and donate a $20 gift card to a homeless man? Mind you, she only did that after I did my videos. Yeah, I put the videos on my community walls. I put them on my community walls. I sure did. I sure did. So I'll address you, misdiagnosis, tomorrow. So you get you some sleep, girl. Maybe you can put it in a comment who your people, because I want to make sure you ain't one of my little cousins. Because a few years back, it was like an all-out family brawl on Facebook. I think shit. I have to call my sister and see what year it was. It was a cousin that got smart. And I ain't know who she was. I ain't know she was family. And then she got to talking crazy. So then I got amped up and I started talking crazy. Then my sister got amped. My sister was like, bitch, I'll be the wind that blow through your city. They not even knowing we from Chicago. But you online talking crazy and don't know who you talking crazy to. Then the chick gonna say, da 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 is my mama. Shit, bitch, da 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 is my mama. And my mama didn't had to get floated out the state for shooting somebody. So what are you talking about? And my sister, they said something. My sister said, bitch, I'll be the wind that blow through your city. And when she said that, oh hell, then my nephew got on. I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Everybody can't be out of control and crazy. Everybody can't, it was me. So then I had my cousins call me from Chicago and get on the line. They was like, cuz. And I'm like, what? It was like, that's family. That's a little cousin. That's da 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 daughter. I was like, well, I don't know who the fuck that is. They said, cause y'all was gone. Y'all been in California. Y'all never got a chance to meet them. Them the little cousins. Them the little cousins. I was like, well, shit, you better let them know. They were like, yeah, cause we was tearing it up. Shit. I was like, wait a minute. Ain't no punks over here. Ain't no punk ain't never ran through my blood. But this is what I want to tell men and women alike. Anytime I can always tell when a young girl, whether she's a teenager or a young woman, has been through a traumatic event, because when it comes time to fight, they black out, they lose control because they're trying to protect themselves. I can always tell that. So when I would see that at work, and I would tell them, just calm down, back away, don't lower your voice, don't do that. So anyway, I say all that to say this. Siren songstress? Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, we gonna close out, y'all. We got 3 minutes. We did good. Oh my God. I'm surprised I was up here this long. I had fun with y'all. Time went by so fast. Now I see how people up here. What you say, Miss Logical? You said never misbehaving. I have never heard a millionaire ask their fan base to donate $100 to build water wells in Africa. Literally, it was her friend that asked the meters to donate the money. Yeah, I made it clear in the video. It was Shanita Foster. All Melody did is did the segue. She was like, I'm ready. Oh, Miss Shanita, I'm ready to walk in my purpose. And then that's when Shanita Foster did all the talking and Melody sat there. I peeped that out. I mentioned it in my video. It's in there. So that way they could say, well, it didn't come from Melody. It came from Shanita asking the Melometers to donate the $100. That's why I put Melody's name and Shanita Foster's name. Yes, ma'am. I caught that. Bird Smith and God is love. Yes, God is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Let me see. God don't even go against your free will, but when someone don't do what y'all want to use the Lord's name to control someone. Yeah, that's that pulpit pimping. Pulpit. And I think they keeping this beef going online so we can keep them in the algorithm to the show airs. And mark my words, I might be messing it up. Hell, I bet you they gonna have an episode. It might be the season 7, episode 1, Melometers versus everybody. I bet you. If it ain't the first episode, baby, it's gonna be during the season. We just gotta keep it in the algorithm. But my thing is, as long as they're tearing everybody down and talking about how horrible they are, hmm, is there some self-sabotaging going on? So that maybe the show can get dropped from the network and picked up at another network? Is that quite possibly what's going on? Are we all being fooled? I told y'all, it's an experiment going on. It's an experiment. Miss Logical Speaks. She asked, I don't know whose project it is. They didn't say whose it was, but Shanita asked the Melometers to donate $100, and she said it on the live with Melody. Melody didn't stop her. Melody didn't say she disagreed. Instead, Melody put that post up there, uh, telling me about questioning her. So yeah, um, all right. Yeah. So I will put that post up one last time. We have 31 people in the chat holding tight and strong. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh-oh, 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 is still it. Lucky number. 6 upside down. Uh-oh, 334. 3 plus 4 is 7. Still a lucky number. 7 is a lucky number. So we're going to close out with this, you guys, and I thank you. I thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I want people to support me that genuinely want to be here. Don't support me only because someone you like told you to come and support me, but support me also because you like me, the content that is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Because, see, if you're only over here subscribe or support my channel because another content creator sent you here, if me and that other content creator were ever to fall out, you're going to unsubscribe and you're going to follow that content creator. So I want you to, yes, you can come over when they tell you, but I want you to get to know me and like me so that way you support us both. So, thanks to Melody Cherie Rogers and the Melometers, I am the clout because this is what she posted on her Melody Cherie Instagram page with over 600,000 followers. So, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. I am misbehaving, and the name of my channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. And hey, even celebrities are real people too. Be safe in these YouTube streets, 'cause ain't nobody mad but the devil. And if you find yourself being mad at something misbehaving said, baby, chances are the devil is you. I will be going live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. to the Melometers hanging in the sky. Thank you to the Melometers that do like me, but you can't openly show that you like me. I want to say thank you and I appreciate you. Everyone is allowed to have their opinion. You do not have to agree with me or think like me because we're adults. We need to be able to banter back and forth and agree to disagree. There's enough room for everybody. There's enough room for everybody to grow and to prosper. If you have it to give, help someone less fortunate than you. Just help them. Do something in your local city. And if you don't want to do that, just buy somebody something to eat. You know what? I did say that, so she might have been trying to be facetious when she gave that man that Domino's pizza gift card. Now that I think of it, because I did mention in my video for people to go do something in their town, buy them something to eat, buy a meal. Mm. I tell you, Melody, you a wild, wild girl, but I'm picking up on those subliminals. All right. All right. See y'all tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're, oh wow, my sisters won't be up. Shucks. My sisters won't be awake. God darn. 7, 8, 9. It's scheduled for 10 a.m., but I may change it to noon. Let me see what's a good time for my sisters so that they can be on the line as well. But hey, y'all be safe. Uh, even the millimeter content creators, any content creator here on YouTube, whether you like them or not, uh, go ahead and hit the like button on their video. Get them in the algorithm. We need more content creators that are up there with those million subscribers. um, I like IAG Farms. I like Cole. Roll with Cole, Charisma and Cole. That's an interracial couple, and the husband, he's in a wheelchair. He had a spinal injury, a teenager. He's from, I think that family is from Virginia. Are they both from Virginia? She used to be a physical therapist. That's how they met, but they're now living in California. Roll with Charisma and Cole. And because their favorite saying is, and stay positive. Yeah, I'm just so goofy, y'all. I really am. And I'm a thug and I'm sensitive. So I don't hate Melody. I don't wish her any ill will, but you got to rectify that, little mama. You got to rectify that. I need an apology. All right. Good night, y'all.